Welcome to the Roadrunner 89 Swirl to Investment Network, where we talk about interracial love and marriage. Hope you enjoy Swirl to Investment.
All right. Hey, Sandy. We're up here parasailing. Whoa. Hey, everybody. We got to say something.
Girl, I like a little vanilla in my life, and I might one day be a white dude's wife. That's alright. Yeah, I got a type. Some people don't like it, but the swirl is the hype. When I see a cute guy, I always gotta think, is he down with the brown? If he is, we about to link. And I ain't talking about the TikTok boys looking for clout, cause we can see right through the facade. Gross me out. I wonder, will he ever like me back? Imagine liking white boys when you're black, especially when you're from the south. The guys that like me are yeehaws with tobacco in their mouth. My celebrity crush, my little cinnamon bun. Ooh, that boy's the one, and I'm still not done. I never met him, he never met me. If he ain't down with the brown, what he about to be? But I digress. Y'all never mind the rest. I just like what I like, speaking from the chest. But hit me up if you're looking for a black girl, cause you know that this girl is down with the swirl. I'm just saying.
All right, welcome everybody to tonight's live stream. Okay, if you see in the title, okay, I want to talk about the podcast with Simone Biles and her husband, and I want to focus on what her husband said. Okay, and I'm going to give my opinion on this, and everybody has all over the place, um, you know, but I found some things that to me are disturbing, to me are red flags. Some people, there's different opinions. Some say, well, the man's the prize, the woman's the prize. The woman is always the prize. She's the beautiful one. The woman is the treasure. Now, a man has value. Don't get me wrong. Both have value when they're doing the right thing. But the woman is always the prize. The woman is always a princess. Okay. And well, I'll get into that. But some people say, well, they're both prizes and this and that. And I'm like, okay. But anyway, okay. I got the video downloaded, and I'm not going to show the whole podcast interview because it talks about his football and stuff, and I'm not going to cover that. The point I want to hit on is how he talks about his wife, okay, and him claiming to be the prize. Okay, we hear this all the time, and I always think the woman's the prize, right? She's a beautiful one. Little girls grow up and they dream about being princesses, and later on, when they find that man they love, they dream about the wedding and being beautiful on that day. And why can't we give that to women? Why can't we let them be the prize? Why are there knucklehead men saying, oh no, I'm the prize, I'm the catch? No, you're not. You're not. But anyway. But let me put out copyright disclaimer, okay? And we're going to be using this for fair use, okay? We're going to use this for education, opinion, okay? We're going hopefully learn something here, okay? You know, but I want to show you guys this, and I want you to think about this, okay? What's being said, because I think what he says is not just him individually, it's a common thought. It's kind of embedded in the culture, okay? But anyway, if you need to see the copyright disclaimer, go back and look under fair use. Just rewind the video. It'll be up there, okay? And I want to give a shout out to Pivot, the ones that made the podcast. They did a really good job, and it was a good interview. Now, some of the things said, I see red flags, but we'll get into that. Some people don't see a problem at all, okay? But anyway, let me drop this down. Okay. And we'll get with it, okay? Let me pull this up.
Bro, I gotta ask you, man. God damn.
Okay. The Pivot, shout out to them. Put out together really nice. We're going to use some of the video, not the whole thing. And I want you guys' thoughts. Be honest. Do you think the man's the prize, the woman's the prize, or they're both prizes? Who's the princess? Are they both princesses? That's how I look at the prize as the princess. Should we divest? Should black women divest? I'm going to cover that too. And I'm going to give my opinion on that also. I'm probably going to make some people angry. I don't care. But anyway, without further ado.
Damn, y'all boys scared. Bro, as us pretty red dimes as we are, how in the hell did you pull Simone Biles? And I love this football talk, bro. I gotta get to it. I'm over here rubbing my knees.
Okay, just ask, how did you pull Simone Biles, right? World-class Olympic gymnast, the best in the world, the best of all time. Nobody can hold a stick to her. She is the best. Now in the present and of all time. But anyway, let's continue.
Hey, Chad, I wanted to tell him he's talking about being looked over. Now when the right people look at you.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm saying?
How did you do that, bro?
Man, it's really how she pulled me, man. That's the question.
Oh,
man.
Lord Jesus. Now you with Freddie. Now it's back. now
But
you
listen,
with
I'm gonna tell you, organic story, man. So I just got to Houston. I probably have been to Houston 7 months. I was single at the time, you know, so I'm just living, being me and myself. And COVID had just hit, but I had just went to Arizona, and one of my boys are like, hey man, you gotta check out this app, you know? And I'm like, nah, I'll check it out. Like, what is it? It was called Raya at the time. So basically it's like a dating app, but you know, you have to go through certain like criteria to make sure that you're who you are. So literally have been on the app for a couple of days, man, and it's like she pops up and I'm like, let me see who this is. Gymnastics, I ain't never, you know, I never really paid attention to gymnastics, so it piqued my curiosity. You know?
Okay, see how they're laughing? He says he never watched the gymnastics. You don't know about it, right? They know he's full of crap. That's why they're laughing. Like, really? Okay, but let's continue.
You know, so I'm like, okay, I'll see what's up. I swiped her and it said we matched, so I'm just like, oh, okay, so I'm gonna see what's up. So I go do my workout. And I come back and I get like, I had some likes on my Instagram, you know, and I'm like, oh, this might be it. I'm like, okay. So I see what's up, and then I still waited. I'm like, man, I'm gonna wait till I, you know, take a shower and everything. Then I come back to my phone, and then she messages me on the app, like, hey, you know what I mean? And I'm, man, this gotta be fake. Like, I don't know. I didn't know who she was at the time, but like the first thing that I saw was that she just had a bunch of followers. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, she got to be good.
What the heck? So he don't know who she is, but he's seen she has a bunch of followers, so she's got to be good, right? Okay, so he's acting like he's not really interested. Like, whatever, you know. But anyway, and you can see him laughing because they know he's full of crap. Seriously.
I promise you, I'm a real life story. When she won the Olympics, I was in college, and we didn't have NBC, we didn't have Olympic channels, and we're in camp. Late July, early August, so I'm not paying attention to, so I never would have had a moment to where I would have watched, like,
Jonathan, I'm gonna let you finish your story, man. Continue.
But like I was saying, man, she messaged me. This was like a Tuesday, and we were texting back and forth, and then we hung out Friday, man. And we couldn't do much as COVID happened. Everything was shut down. So she came through down to Houston. She lived in the suburbs, so she had to drive about 45 minutes to me. Then the rest is history, man.
So you was really the catch in.
I always say the men the catch, man. I always say we the catch, man.
Yeah, so she really booked you.
She did, though.
Is what you're saying.
Because I was fighting it.
So in truth, if I say this out loud, was Jonathan Owens ain't really want Simone Biles, is what you're saying.
At the time, I'm not going to say that.
That's what you're saying.
I was afraid. I was afraid to commit. I'm like, man, this is my third year, I'm trying to, I'm like, it's kind of early. But, like I said, man, it happened when you least expect it. And we hung out, man, it was like we hit it off instantly.
Okay. I see some problems here. I see some red flags. Okay, first of all, he's saying he don't know who she is. He don't really follow gymnastics. I'm going to be honest. I don't really follow gymnastics, but I know who Simone Biles is. I don't follow golf. I think it's boring. I got friends at work that want me to play and say it's great. I'm not interested at all. I don't care about it. But I do know who Tiger Woods is. I mean, Simone Biles is the most decorated gymnast of all time. Let that sink in. Of all time. I mean, you don't have to follow gymnastics to know who she is. And he plays it down like, oh, well, I didn't know who she was. And like, it's no big deal. And then he claims, okay, she had to drive 40 minutes or 40 miles, whatever, to come see him. Because he's the prize. That's what he said. He's the prize. Men are the prize, right? But here's my thing. That is your wife. If I was talking to him, I'd say, that's your wife. And even if she was pursuing you and you make her, it's embarrassing how you talk like she's, just all over you, like she's thirsty and you could take it or leave it type attitude. That's your wife. You uplift your wife. And even if she did pursue you, and that was true, some things you just don't say. But you're going to claim you're the prize and you're with Simone Biles, the greatest gymnast ever? You play safety for the Green Bay Packers. Okay? Most of us don't know who you are. So that tells me you're not leading the league as a safety. Okay? But it is an accomplishment to make the NFL. I mean, that's an accomplishment. I'll give you that. But that's your wife. And if you're married to someone that high profile, get used to it. People ain't going to know who you are. They know exactly who she is. I'm just saying, and this is disturbing. Where is he saying how much he loves her? Where is he saying how she's amazing and how she completes him and how beautiful she is and how she makes him happy and how she's a blessing? Where is that? Oh, but you're the prize. Okay, Mr. Prize. Let's continue to hear some more. Because see, if that's your wife, you give her the utmost respect. You uplift her. She's more important than you, sir. I'm just saying, my wife's more important than me.
We just laughed the whole night. Man, play, look, go ahead.
I really wanted to talk about football. Did you tell her you didn't know who she was?
Actually, my question to her was like, who's your competition? I didn't know nothing about gymnastics, so I'm just asking
Nobody.
Her. Yeah, and that's what she's like. She told me, like, myself. That's the most vivid memory I have of that. She was like, myself. I'm like, nah, for real. Like, who do you compete with? She's like, myself. It's because most of the time it comes down.
that's right, myself. She's not lying. She's competing with herself. It's like she's so good she's going to win unless she messes up on her own. I mean, really, she is her own competition. And I mean, I can't believe this guy didn't know who Simone Biles was. I'm like, really? I think he's a liar. This is to uplift him. I think there's some jealousy because she's much more successful than him. Okay. And I think he wants to be the beautiful prize. I do. And that's disturbing. In my opinion, men that want to be the prize, I think that's disturbing. Okay. And people say, well, you both got to be the prize. No. Now, a man's valuable. And women should love their husbands and men should love their wives. But the woman is the prize. She's the treasure. It talks about it biblically. You find a wife, you find a good thing. She's worth more than rubies and precious stones. It don't say that about the man, does it? No. Let her be the prize. You'll be better off. She'll be happy. She can, she'll feel loved and secure. But since you got to be the prize, now she's got to focus on you and make you feel beautiful, I guess. I don't get it. But anyway, let's hear some more.
If I mess up or not. And I'm like, and the moment where I knew she was the real deal, we were going to, I think she had a gym invitational.
No, it was milk and cookies.
It was
milk and cookies before that.
Yo, went to get
milk and cookies, and
cookie spot in Houston, the #1 rated cookie spot.
#1 rated cookie spot, and it was so many. I think it was like a Sunday we went. It was all these moms, and they're there with their kids, and we walked past, and everybody stopped and just. Kids are like shaking, and it was like, oh my God, and I'm like.
You thought it's because you thought you were fine, huh?
Man, nah. This was funny. They asking me, they like, here, can you take this picture? And I'm like.
So, Jay, what you're doing.
Oh my God. So he's like, they asked him to take the picture. Yeah. Because they don't know who he is. And they're sitting here laughing, but they know he's full of crap. And yeah, he's jealous. I believe he's jealous of her. And that's not a good way to go in a relationship. When you're in a marriage, your wife is not your competitor. Okay? You guys are a team. Okay? Let her be the beautiful one. Let her be the princess. Okay? You be the rugged individual and you uplift her. I mean, she's well above your level. I mean, it's like Simone Biles has her bus driver right here. Okay? Yeah, he's famous. He's a professional football player. That's a great accomplishment. I mean, nothing take from him on that. But the way he talks about his wife is disturbing. And I've heard some people say, well, he's young, he's immature. Well, he needs to correct that right now. Okay? And I don't wish nothing bad on these two. I hope their marriage works. But I see so many red flags. I see jealousy. I see envy. I see somebody that wants to be the little princess and won't let Simone Biles be that. That's my opinion. You don't have to agree with it. That's how I feel. Uplift your wife, dude.
Right now is confirming that she is actually the best in the world at flipping the script.
I see flipping.
She shot her shot.
She did though. Because if she wouldn't have messaged me, chances are, like, I probably wouldn't have. I probably would just, mine would have went somewhere else and wouldn't have thought to, but she messaged me, and I mean, like I said, the rest is history, man. We
honestly.
So if she didn't message him and been like, well, okay, whatever. So she had to message you. You weren't interested? Is that what you're saying? This is so disturbing. If she was my daughter and I heard this, I'd be cursing this guy out. We'd have a problem. You do not talk about your wife like that. Okay? That's your wife.
In truth, Simone Biles is lucky.
For what?
Because she took a chance.
For what? He said she's lucky for what?
She lucky because she wouldn't have all that. Jonathan said she wouldn't have all that.
Hey, now.
Because he ain't had time.
Jonathan,
Yes, I would. Yes, I would.
All right.
We matched. I was just the first to message. As soon as I clicked, ooh, I like him, it matched. So he had already liked my profile, which that means
She
I was
always
just the
say
first.
we match
No,
first.
baby, we matched, but I was the first to message.
Yeah, you
I wasn't
messaged me.
scared.
She messaged. She wasn't scared. She wasn't scared. I
See,
give her that.
I know what I like and I know what I want.
Y'all are young
Period.
newlyweds. Don't let people bring that shit in y'all house.
trying
Don't let this man do that. Don't do that.
I'm not trying to bring them shit nowhere, Freddie. This man's a hell of a safety.
She's
He
only
will
the best on
never
the
be
planet.
as good as a safety as this little motherfucker is as a gymnast. You agree, bro?
You know what? He might, because the other day I said, you know what? In a couple years, nobody is gonna call him Simone Biles' husband. They'll call me Jonathan Owen's wife.
Oh, wow. You see that? You see that? Did you catch what she said? He's been talking about how he didn't know who she was. He's been talking about, how she, went to see him. She messaged him. She did this. She drove all this way. It seemed like he's belittling her. Like he could have took her or left her. And he's the catch. He's the prize. I feel sad for her because you see how she showed love and respect to him. She said in the future, they will not refer him as Simone Biles' wife, but they will refer to her as his husband. She put him above herself. She uplifted him. But yet he's got to be the prize. He's got to be the princess. I mean, seriously? Oh, we're having problems with the internet. Here we go. Can anybody hear me? All right. Can anybody hear me now? Yeah, it said I was suspended for guideline violations. Like, what did I do? Tell my opinion on this podcast? I mean, seriously. I mean, wow. Okay, well, I'm back. I'm going to continue on, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, give me a 1 if you can hear me, okay? Don't play video, use audio. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let me take it down. Okay, that's where they got. I guess I couldn't use the video. Okay. Everybody else has, but okay. Whatever. Okay, let me see if I could if I could pull it up. All right. Sorry, let me get this up. We'll just do the audio. Let's see. Is there a way? Okay. I have to do it by phone. Okay.
Dimes as we are. How in the hell did you pull Simone Biles? I love this football talk, right? Yeah. Hey, Chad, I wanted to tell him he's talking about being looked over. Now when the right people look, you know what I'm saying? How did you do that?
Okay, he's asking how'd you pull her.
How she pulled me, man? That's the question.
Here we go. How? Let me get it to where I was at.
Like, not being funny, there's only somebody that's that good, that's accomplished that much.
Mm-hmm.
There are more people like us, right, that don't get drafted, they get passed over for 7 rounds. And it's about in those times where you feel like before me. And I remember somebody come
12 o'clock, man. Then a couple weeks later, man, had a trial in Houston, man. I packed everything. Like, I'm there by myself with my dog, man. It was
okay.
hot.
I don't want to hear about his football.
Jay, what you're doing right now is confirming that she is actually the best in the world at flipping the script.
I see flipping.
She shot her shot.
She did though. Because if she wouldn't have messaged me, chances are, like, I probably wouldn't have. I probably would just, mine would have went somewhere else and wouldn't have thought to, you know. But she messaged me, and I mean, like I said, the rest is history, man.
honestly, in truth, Simone Biles is lucky. For what? Because she took a chance. She's lucky because she wouldn't have all that. She said she wouldn't have all that.
Hey, now.
Because he had time.
Yes, I would.
All right.
I was just the first to message. As soon as I clicked, ooh, I like you, it matched. So he had already liked my profile, which that means
She always say we match.
no, we matched, but I was the first to message.
Yeah, you messaged me. She messaged. She wasn't scared. I feel that.
Know what I want.
Y'all are young newlyweds. Don't let people bring that shit in y'all.
Man, don't do that. I'm not trying to bring them shit nowhere, Freddie. This man's a hell of a safety. He would never be as good as a safety as this little motherfucker is as a killer.
You know what? He might, because the other day I said, you know what? In a couple years, nobody is gonna call him Simone Biles' husband. They'll call me Jonathan Owen's wife.
Okay, that's the part where she said that they're not going to refer to him as Simone Biles' husband, but they're going to refer her as Jonathan, what's his name? Owen's wife. Okay. She uplifted him. She showed him love, respect. Okay. It seems like she's, loving in this relationship. It seems like he is caught up on himself and, has to be the prize, has to be the beautiful one. He can't let her have that, it seems to me. Okay. It's just disturbing. Who talks about their wife like that? Who would just say, oh, well, she came after me, and well, maybe if she wouldn't have, I didn't know who she was. I mean, that's disturbing. That's disrespectful. Okay. And I think he should come on and give an apology to her. He should have given her a lot more respect than that. Okay. But anyway, let's continue.
On Thanksgiving, I tweeted,
I did see it.
I tweeted that they were not going to, like, I always pay attention to, like, cats who got into the league like I did. And I do think safety is one of those positions that if you play it long enough, you can get the experience and then your talent comes through and you start to get confident. For you, though, take me back to being undrafted, right? Because I remember being undrafted. And I remember, man, my second year, and at the time, I didn't know what my sickle cell trait did. Mm-hmm. So, like, every now and then I would get really exhausted.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to stop it right there. They're talking about football. They're no longer talking about her and him. My point here, okay, I'm not here to bash the guy. And, you know, I just thought it was disrespectful. That's your wife. That is your better half. Okay? That is your princess, your queen. That is your everything, or should be. You know, I just don't like how he downplayed it. If you didn't know who she was, just shut up about it. Just uplift her. You know, tell how much you love her. Tell what she means to you. Tell about how much she is a blessing. Okay? Now she's defending her husband, okay? And she loves him. And, you know, I hope he turns it around and, you know, realizes what a blessing he has. Okay? And here's the thing. When a man has to be a prize many times, he can't see the true blessing he has with the woman he's with because he's so focused on himself. Okay? When you're married, you're a team. Okay? You're in it together. And a man should speak highly of his wife. He should talk like she walks on water. Okay? She's pretty amazing. She's had a awesome gymnastics career, best in the world. I mean, who gets that high? You know, they say he's a pretty good safety. I don't know. I don't follow the Green Bay Packers, and I don't care. I just don't like how he downplayed who she is. I don't like how he acted like he didn't know who she is. I call BS on that. He knew who she was. But I think there's a little jealousy because she's getting the attention. She's getting the praise. And nobody really knows who he is. You know, and they probably don't unless they're Packer fans. They probably know who he is. But that's beside the point. He needs to uplift his wife. Okay? Now, guys, I don't know how this video is going to turn out because they stopped it. And I think because of the video, I thought I put it on right. But, you know. But they let it come back on. So I guess no harm, no foul. But anyway, I don't know if they're going to remove the video in the beginning. But anyway, if they do, I might have to do some editing and taper it up. I don't want to get rid of this stream because, you know, I wanted to make points in this. And this ain't the only guy that said he's the prize. This ain't the only guy that has, you know, how can I say it? Not uplifted his wife or his girlfriend, just kind of downplayed her and built himself up. This is a common thing. And it, in my opinion, needs to stop. Us as men, we need to start loving and respecting the women in our life. Okay? We need to uplift them. Okay? They're the prize. They're the beautiful one. Okay? That don't take away value from you as a man if you're doing the right thing. You're valuable. But she's the treasure. She's the prize. You know, I just felt embarrassed that he even talked about her like that. Like, you don't know who she is? That's kind of downgrading her accomplishments. But I think it's like, hey, I'm the prize. She got a catch. Okay, Mr. Prize, Mr. Catch. Maybe we need to send you an easy bake oven. Maybe you can make her some cookies and let her know how beautiful you are with that. I don't know. I'm just saying. But anyway, we always hear the man's the prize, right? let's just talk about the prize. Let the woman have that. Let her be beautiful. Anyway, let me drop this video. And I got a couple TikToks I want to show you guys. Okay.
And you know, you a prize. And young black man, if you ain't got no damn children, you ain't never been to jail before, like, you that dude. You ain't got no business lying to nobody. Okay? Let me stop this right now. You might got $2 in your pocket. And that $2 that you got in your pocket, it might be next to a bus card that's about to expire, my nigga, in 30 minutes. But guess what? If you ain't never been to jail before, if you are a guy that ain't even reached the age of 21 years old, or even if you in your 20s, but especially to my young guys, you ain't been in nobody's jail, you don't have no children, man, you a trophy. You a trophy, young black man. You a trophy. You might don't see it now, but I want to let you know that you're more valuable than a mansion home. You're more valuable than a phantom. You know what I mean? You're the MVP. You the motherfucking celebrity. You know what I mean? You ain't never been to a correctional facility. You ain't got no damn children. Nigga, you are the man. Somebody should have told all of us that when we were younger, but I'm telling you that right now. You are the man. You ain't got a lot of no woman to have no damn pussy. Man, stop that. Get out that stupid ass frame of mind. As a man thinketh, so is he. As long as you stay in that frame of mind, you're going to be manipulating and being deceitful, and you're going to keep being a little ass boy. But you don't got to do that. You a goddamn trophy. You more valuable than money, young black man. You got your freedom. You ain't never been to jail before. You in school. You ain't got no damn disease in your body. Like, nigga, you the man. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, man, you the man, man. You know what I mean? I'm talking.
Wow, you the man. You know what? Hey, as long as you ain't in jail, you're the prize. You're a trophy. Wow. How come these black dudes can't lift up black women like that? How come they can't say, black women, you're beautiful, you're amazing, you're getting your degrees, you're moving up. Black women, you're so loving and loyal and nurturing. Black women, you're this, you're that. Why don't they say that about black women? What? Like, really? What? You're a prize because you're doing the bare minimum? Okay, you're out of jail. That's good. You're not in prison. You're not getting in trouble. But just because you're doing what you're supposed to, you're the prize? I mean, millions of people do what they're supposed to every day. I mean, what makes you better than someone else and you're just doing the bare minimum? I don't know. I'm just like, whatever. But this stuff is being pushed, telling these men they're the prize. And when they're young, they get to believing they're the prize, the most desired, and all this stuff. But when they get in the real world and find out not everybody thinks of them that way, they're going to have problems. I'm just saying. That to me, how would that look? White man, you're the prize as long as you ain't doing nothing stupid. You're a treasure. People would laugh at me. What if I said some crazy stuff like that? No, they call me white supremacist, racist, and all that stuff. I can't. But why would we lift up men? Why don't we lift up the women? Let them be the prize. They're the beautiful ones. That a young lady, when she grows up, she gets married, let her be the treasure, the prize. Let her be the beautiful one. A good man that loves her won't be thinking about himself. He'll be thinking about making her happy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, he sounds sassy and pimpish. He's a pimp player. Look at him. I mean, he does look like it. Oh, man. They love saying the N-word. Yeah, I thought it was offended then. Well, if they say it in slang, it's like a slang word. If anybody else says it, you can't say it. And I would agree with that. You don't use the N-word. That's one thing I'll concede. You have the right to say it. Black people can say it all they want. I don't have that right. I don't want the right to say something horrible like that anyway. But yeah, it's kind of weird. I mean, what if as white guys call when started calling ourselves, "Hey cracker," I don't know. That'd be kind of funny. I don't really take offense to that though, like that. But anyway, let's see here. Let me play another one. Let's take Pimp Daddy off here real quick. But his message to black men: as long as you're out of jail, you're a prize, worth more than money or anything. Well, a human being's worth more than money. I'll say that. All human beings are. Okay, but you're the prize if you do the bare minimum. I hate when they use the N-word. I do too, but it's not my say. But just a slang word they use. I've heard they say they use it to, take a hateful word and make it into something positive somehow. But okay, that's what I've heard. But okay. Let me drop the intro. All right, here's another one.
First off, there are already on this earth more women than men. Already.
Y'all keep referring
but listen,
back to that trash
so you got men in jail, men dead, men gay.
Okay, eliminate.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't shit niggas that don't have a car, don't have a job, making under 42,000, 50,000 a year, like all these things.
Right,
and then you have
makes that statistic even more.
that's like 70%. You know what I'm saying?
Really so, not. Like,
okay.
The niggas who got the money, whether they were in jail or gay, it's a completely different category.
What I'm saying is,
so that makes it even.
What I'm saying is that makes me have was 1 woman to 10. I mean 1 man to 10 women. So that means I can have my pick of who I want versus you. You can't. Your window is smaller. That is facts. That's facts. That's not conjecture. That's
okay. And this is the thought process. Okay, there's more women than men. There are. Okay. And in the black community, there's over 2 million more black women than black men. Okay. So black women, if you're only race loyal, he's right. Okay. There is like 10 to 1. There is. Okay. If that's all you want is the black man and nothing else. Okay. The men kind of get their way, sort of say, okay, they can be, they don't have to really be at your level. And that's why you hear a lot of people talking about black women, you need to settle, date, marry down. We heard Kevin Samuels back in the day say that, right? Before he passed, that black women need to date and marry down. The reason he said that is because there's a lot more women than men in the black community. It's true. Okay. So if you're going to stay in that box, if you want to be married or you're going to have to compete with other women. Okay. And I tell you, the marriage rates in the black community is not good. 30% of black men are married. 27% of black women are married. Okay. So let that sink in. Okay. And we all struggle with marriage in today's world. All groups do. Okay. But 70% not married. The out of birth rate is high. And I would say to black women, is it worth it to be race loyal? If you want to, is it? And I'm not saying one group's better than the other. I'm not saying that. But you got to look at it logically. Do you want a husband? Do you want someone that loves you? And I'm not telling you, go get a white man and it'll be great. Okay? But you will have a better chance. And how many other groups of non-black men are there? I'm just saying, you get out of the pond and get in the ocean. You have more opportunity. you have men competing for you instead of competing for men. Okay? He's saying, well, they outnumbered, and even the ones that ain't doing nothing, it have like 10-1. And that's sad. But ladies, you hold the key. It's about you. Would it be so bad to be with a man that's not black? Or do you have to have that? Because I tell you, honestly, for me, black women are the best choice, always have been. I found a beautiful blessing in black women. I opened up my options, and I do better than most white marriages. I'm just saying, or any race of marriage. Look, I'm about to hit the 30-year mark, me and my wife, Sandy. When people said, stay away from that black woman, I said, no, that's exactly who I'm choosing. And I want to be successful. And you wait. People laughed at me. I'm still married. None of them are. Just saying. Statistically, black women, white men are the most successful marriage in America. Longest lasting. And I think a lot of it is within the white community, we still, even though we're lacking like the rest of the world, at least we still have a tradition of marriage. And ladies, I would say a traditional white man increases your chances so much because in our culture, marriage is still built in. We're still taught that we're going to get married one day. We still look forward to that day. You know, it's still there. And we'll find out black women have, us white men have a lot in common with black women. A lot of us traditional white men have a lot in common with black women. We want to have a marriage. We want to have a family. You know, and look, I've never been taught that I'm the prize. Nobody's ever told me that garbage. In fact, it's the opposite. We've always been taught the women are the ones we protect. The women are the princesses. They're the treasure, not us. We got to earn that privilege, that blessing. We got to work hard. It's not your right to have a wife as a man. That's a blessing from God. You got to work on it. And it's not about you. It's about her. You put a woman first in your life, in your marriage, you'll be blessed like you never thought. But somehow certain men's egos get so big that they just got to be in the spotlight. They got to be the treasure, the prize, the beautiful one. Let her have that. You let her have that, she'll love you more than anything. I think Simone Biles loves that dude. But he's got to give back. He's got to put her first. He can't be the prize all the time. She'll let him be the prize because she loves him. But it's not healthy. Anyway, but this thing about men being the prize, here we go. No, guys, you're not the prize. Stop that mess. Okay? If you're a good man, you have value, yes. But she's the prize, always. All right, let me drop this down. Okay.
You allow yourself to become pregnant. You go through 9 months of gestation. You sacrifice your body. You risk your life.
Okay, I'm going to show this. Black men are now the prize. Okay, this woman's going off. She's ranting, but listen to her and tell me what you think about this. Is this true, or is this just some woman ranting on TikTok?
Give him your body, raw and unprotected. You take in his spunk. You allow yourself to become pregnant. You go through 9 months of gestation. You sacrifice your body. You risk your life. And if you survive, if you and your baby survive that 9 months and you go into labor, then you give birth to that baby and you give the baby the man's last name. What did the man give you in return? The only thing the man gave you in return was his presence. Only Black women will be so hard up to fight over the attention and affection of men and think that anything beside a man being your husband is relevant or counts. Black women are so egotistical that they come into a coochie measuring competition with other Black women for the one who gets majority of the attention from a specific man. The only thing he's giving you in return is some pee and his presence. And he's barely giving you his presence because if he really planned on staying present, he would marry you. So Black women sit and fight and fight and fight to be the one a man is in a relationship with and to be the one that risks her life to have a man's child. That's why Black men are now the prize. That's why it is no longer that both people find a prize when they come into contact with each other. There was a time where when a Black man and a Black woman came forward in a healthy manner, it was a prize won on both sides. And the bigger picture was the family structure won. Now the game is upside down. It is one-sided. Black women are not the prize. And it looks like never will be again. Because if you even speak on the idea of requiring real commitment means you have something to lose. You have a stake in the game. As long as a man has not married you, he does not have anything to truly lose. You have no rights to anything but some funky ass child support when they're doing a lot of reform on that. Them days of you just have a baby and you automatically get a big paycheck are over. It's more and more women that are having children. Then they online crying talking about they only getting pennies. Okay, so that's also coming to an end. So I named all the things that you risk and you do. The only thing the man contributes is his presence and some pee. That's it. And the presence, you can't even count that. If he really knew he wasn't going anywhere, he'll marry you. He hasn't married you because he knows you're not his final destination.
What do you think about that? I agree with that. If he loves you, he'll marry you. If he wants to be with you, he'll marry you. Okay? But she's right. Ladies, you're giving up all this stuff for a man. Okay? And what do you get out of it? And if you ain't married, you know what you're going to get? Maybe a little child support. And how much does he make? You only get a small portion of his income. I'm just saying. A lot of men won't get married because they don't want that commitment. They don't want to be on the hook for the children and you. They don't want to have to pay alimony and all this stuff. Then the woman's left with the child. I mean, what do you think? Is she right? Or is that just her ranting about something? I think it's right. That's why you really got to vet, ladies. No wedding, no womb. If he don't marry you, he shouldn't be touching you. Seriously. You know, and some people say, well, that's old fashioned. You know, that's back in the day. Well, back in the day, we had less problems. More children had both parents back in the day. Back in the day, we had more character in that sense. We actually valued our wives. We actually looked at them like the virtuous woman. Not anymore. Heck, we got feminine men running around having to be the prize. I'm the prize. Look at me. Seriously. Okay, I'm going to show this next video.
Call me anti-black men.
Okay, let me start from the beginning.
Darius the Dust Mites call me anti-black men, racist, every single day. In my comments, in my messages, they just love to call me that, and I do not care. Let me tell you guys something, right? These men, what are they called? Hot Eps? Dr. Umars? These are the black men who like to put up a front that they are pro-black love, they're pro-black women, they want the black race to be together. But really, they're pro-black men. Because even when I'm giving you the facts, I'm giving you the numbers, you disregard the fact that black men are the least educated amongst all demographic groups. They're the least financially stable. A lot of black women want a soft life. They want to be married. They don't want to be baby mothers. They want to raise their children in a healthy two-parent household. They want to be financially provided for and still expect black women to struggle all in the name of black love. I am not going to subscribe to that. I don't want suffrage. I want a soft lifestyle. These men are pro-black men. They are not pro-black women. There is a big difference. Even when they are given the facts, the numbers, all of that, they disregard it. They disregard it because they don't actually care about the well-being of black women. They just feel entitled to us. You know who they care about? Themselves. They care about what they want. They care about what they need. And a black woman like me who is advising other black women to open their dating pool and not only date black men, because there are just simply not enough successful black men who want to be in committed relationships. There are not enough of them to go around. Disregard all of that though. These Dr. Umars, they disregard all of that and they call a woman like me anti-black because I want the best for black women. That's the difference between me and these Dr. Umars. I actually want the best for black women. They don't. They want the best for black men. You know what's crazy? I took one good look at that man's page and it told me everything I needed to know. This is an adult, grown man who probably has nothing going for himself. He probably doesn't make no money to provide for anyone. You know, I don't want to even be mean, but let's be real. That's why you feel so offended by my video, because it's calling you out. You're probably unemployed.
Wow, what did you think about that? Sorry about the volume, guys. I had it maxed out. I know it's really low. You have to really listen. But she wants to live a soft life. She wants to, you know, be treated like a lady, right? She wants to have a family. And what she's saying is this pro-black thing is, in her opinion, pro-black male. Okay? And I'm going to receive hate, but I think she's right. It's more male focused than, in my opinion, black people in general. Okay? I would go on a limb and say white men married to black women are more pro-black than black men. I know you hate me for that. But think about it. We treat black women better. Our marriages last longer. I'm serious. We treasure black women. We love black women. We see the beauty in them. We know that they're a blessing. Okay? Now, we're not going around uplifting black men and pamper them. No, they're men. Men are tough. They don't need other men to provide for them. They need to provide for themselves. But, you know, she just wants the soft life. What she means is she wants to be with someone that loves her and that's going to be there for her. Okay, I don't know if she's looking at dating out or opening up her options, but, you know, she's right. Why shouldn't she have somebody that loves her, that's going to be with her, where she can live, like you said, a soft life, be happy, love the man she's with, and you know, and rest in her femininity. But we got dudes taking up that femininity spot. They're wanting to be the prize and the treasure and the little princess. So I mean, I get it. Look, ladies, you're having to compete with men to be the prize. You're having to compete with men to be the little princess. I don't know why, but it is. And when I think of prize, that's what it means to me. Little princess. Do you want to be the princess? I'm just saying. Sacrifice what? Your dream? But anyway, okay. Go ahead and take that down. I'll drop the link if you want to come up. I'm sorry the video got stopped for a little bit. But somebody don't like what I was saying. And I wasn't there to bash him, or I hope their marriage works. I do. Okay. I don't wish nothing bad on them. I just think it's pretty disrespectful to act like you really weren't interested in your wife and you didn't know who she was or what she did. That, to me, I mean, come on. And even if that were true, you keep your mouth shut. You uplift your wife. Respect her. Love her. You're not in competition with your wife. That's you build with her. You don't compete against her. I see a lot of men competing with women. And it makes me think, guys, should black women divest? Should they? Should they open up their options and just leave? I back divestment 120%. If black women want to divest and go where they want to, they have every right. And I know some of the trolls will say, well, what if white women divest from you? Okay, they have every right. I don't discriminate on support with that. If white women want to run the black men or other groups, they have every right. It's not my say anyway. It's their choice. And black women in today's world are the most unprotected, most disrespected. And if anybody has a right to divest and go where they want to, it's black women. Black women have fought the good fight for black men for centuries. Okay? And you know what? If they don't do right, us other men are going wife up black women. We're going to. Okay? My eyes were open. It's growing and growing. Divestment's growing. More white men are investing in black women, and our marriages are lasting. And I'm telling you, divestment needs to happen. Does everybody need to divest? No. Absolutely not. And you can't do it unless your heart's in it anyway. And does that mean you're dating to divest? Well, when I asked the experts, divested women, they say no. It's about protecting themselves. You know, it's about, you know, leaving it behind and protecting themselves. It's about themselves. Now, it's a byproduct a lot of times of interracial relationships, divestment. But I think a lot of black women need to open up their options. They need to, you know, be with other men. I believe that. Because with the marriage rates so low, the out of birth rates, something's got to happen. Something's got to give. And black women are doing the most, but settling for the least. That's not right. But anyway. But if your heart's, you know, in it, divest. Do your thing, ladies. I support divestment. You know. And I support anybody opening up their options. It's our right as human beings to be with who we want to be with, as long as they accept us, right? We should. And this crap of men trying to be the prize, stop that mess. And stop trying to excuse it. Oh, well, they're both prizes. They're both good prizes. Come on, you know what the prize is. That's the beautiful one. That's the one that's in the spotlight. But it's going to be hard to be the prize around Simone Biles. I mean, just who she is. I'm sure at home she'll let him be the prize because that's what he wants. She loves him. A lot of black women do that. They let the black man be the prize. And sometimes they let a white man they get with be the prize. And I would say, ladies, if you divest, okay, don't divest from that Dusty just to end up with Donut Dusty. or end up with a beta dumpling peak boy, okay? Because you're going to get the same thing, just in a different color. That's why you got to vet. And stay away from those vanilla thugs. they're just white man wanting to be a black man and experience the culture, not really love you like that. But anyway, let me drop this. But my whole point tonight, guys, is we need to love the women we're with. We need to respect them more. And black women, you deserve better. And you need to open up your options. You need to divest. You need to do what you got to do to protect yourself, to put you in a better situation, whether it's dating somebody or not, or getting married or not. You need to think about yourself, ladies. Because it's sad when I look around and I see black women in the corporate world. I see black women in the medical field. I see black women at church living for God. And I see black women either alone or with some dusty dude that she's taking care of. Trying to pour into the guy, trying to get him right. Some women are spending money. I've seen black women spend money on the men they're with. Try to get them to go to school. Try to get them to better themselves. I'm just saying. And there's so many beautiful black women out there that will make great mothers, great wives. Okay, I say wives and mothers. She shouldn't be a mother of your child unless she's your wife. Okay? I'm just saying. But there's so many black women out there that are a treasure, that are a blessing. But because of our segregated mindset, we don't even talk to them. I'm just saying. We need to get to know black women, non-black men. Mistel 21? Did I say that right?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How are you
Oh,
doing?
thanks for letting me on the show.
Oh, yeah, no problem. How do you say your name? Is it Mistel?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm not. All right. Well, welcome to the show. How's it going?
It's going great, but I wonder, as somebody who's new to this, where do you find, these men? I don't really see them.
What do you mean? Where do you find these men?
Like the ones that you speak of who might be interested.
They're all over that are interested in black women.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all over. There's a lot of white men, Asian men, other non-black men that would date black women that are interested.
I just never see
But
it. So,
well, I mean, where do you live? I mean, do you live in a predominantly black community? Are you around non-black men? Are you friends with them? Because
no.
the reason I ask this is because, and look, I thought that way too, but we sit there and we think, okay, and black women and white men think alike on this, that the others aren't interested in us, and we think we're not interested in each other. We don't like each other, right? A lot of white men think black women would not be interested. And there's black women that think white men aren't there. They're not interested. And I'm going to tell you, white men are not going to approach you like a black man does. Okay. We just don't, it's not in our culture to do that.
So you're saying it would be more of an online thing?
Well, you can find it online, but I mean, do you, oh, I lost her. Hey, you could come back up. God. Go ahead and hit the link again. I don't know. I just lost her. Okay. Well, Mr. 21, you could come back up. Just hit the link again. Sometimes StreamYard's acting funny tonight. So just hit the link again. I'll bring you back up. Let me try to answer what she was asking. Where are these men at that like black women? I get asked this all the time. And I say they're all around. Okay? And black women and white men, for some reason, we think we don't like each other. And for some reason, we don't give each other a chance. And what I was saying is, white men don't approach like black men do. Asian men don't approach like black men do. Okay? It's just our culture. Usually, white men, we kind of, see, we'll talk to them and we'll see, if it feels right. Should we make our move? Try to get to know her. Where a lot of black men will just approach her. And so there's confusion there. Okay. And where do you meet these guys, right? Where are they at? I say they're around. But are you involved in activities? Are you in a church? Are you in a friendship circle? How do you meet friends? Friends turn into lovers, right? I mean, and it's best to be friends before you start dating. Are you in a friendship circle? Are you where these men are at? Do they know you're there? They got to notice you. And look, it ain't just something white men go about today. Hey, I'd love to date a black woman today. Where are the black women? No, we just go about our life, and it's not in the norm, even though it's increasing more. We don't even think black women will even look at us. How many times we see black women out there? Oh, it's black men or nothing. We always hear that. So we get it in our mind that we don't have a chance. Okay. And a lot of white men think that. I thought that. But my thinking is I thought black women are the most beautiful, the best option, and I want that option. So I came to realize, you know what? Most of them probably won't like me, but if I find one that loves me, I'll be set. That was my mindset. Because when you truly love somebody, it's not about you anymore. It's about finding that special someone. And once you do, it's not about your ego. It's not about what you get out of it. You just love that person so much that you don't even think about self. And that was my thing with the Simone Biles thing. Like, does he really love her? Because if he does, he wouldn't be thinking about being the prize. He would be thinking about how he can make her happy over and over. What can he do for her? My whole life, my whole marriage is, I've been consumed with my wife. It's about her, what she wants, what makes her happy. I lose focus in anything I want or what I'm thinking. It's all about her because I love her. I want her to be happy. And her happiness is worth my sacrifice. That's love. But anyway, I'm kind of drifting from that question. But white men and other black men, non-black men that love black women are all around. You got to, get in that friendship circle. You got to socialize. Do you go to a church that has black and white people that both, there are churches like that? Get to know them. How about at your job? We all have friends, don't we? Your friends know somebody that knows somebody. Most of the time I dated was with friendship circles. And sometimes I just approach a woman I thought was attractive. But I know women can't do that. Us guys, it's kind of simplistic for us. Yeah, it takes courage to approach a woman, but we know what we got to do. And once we get the courage to do it, it kind of opens up doors. There's going to be rejection along the way, but we make progress and doors open. Women is kind of a different animal, but ladies, you got to be seen. They got to know you're there. Sometimes a smile goes a long way. A smile from a woman always boosts my confidence back in the day. It makes you feel good. She smiled at you. Now, does that mean she's interested? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe she's just friendly. But it does boost your confidence. Maybe just saying hello goes a long way. But I wish she'd come back on. I wanted to talk to her. I'm sorry, but guys, you asked me where these guys are. I talk about ladies. And the guys asked, well, where are the black women that like white men? Where are they at? They asked me the same thing, right? They're all over. Approach. Guys, you have no excuse. You better approach. Ladies, let them know you're there. Let them catch your eye. Okay? I can't tell you, hey, at this building, on this street corner, in the middle of this town, there's the white men that love black women. Just go there and you'll find a husband. I can't tell you that. I can't read minds. I'm just saying they're all over. I talk to them all the time. Concerts, schools, volunteer events. Good place. The supermarket. I mean, are you next to a college, university? Are you taking college class? A lot of black women are in college, right? Before I got married, I dated black women in college. They're all around. They're getting their education. Just saying. It's there. But it ain't going to fall in your lap. And the dating app, probably the easiest way to do it. You go, you get an account, and they swipe if they like you. There's interracial dating sites and all this. I haven't done that. I don't know how good that is. I heard good stuff, bad stuff. I've never done it. I have no clue. I'm Gen X. If we wanted to date, we approached. We just took our shot and see what happens. That's how we did it. And if I can find a black woman back in the 80s, ladies, you can find a white man a lot easier. White men are more open to interracially date than black women are. That's been proven over and over and over again. It's not white men stopping it, it's black women. To be honest, seriously. Now, I know there are a lot of black women that will date white guys and Asian and different. Yeah. But ladies, go to a hockey game. Yeah. If you like, you want to be around white men, go to a hockey game. I'm just saying, go to a rodeo. You'd be surprised. Go line dancing. Hey. I'm just saying, where are you at? Yes, where are they at? Where are you at? Do you get eye contact? You say hello? And look, ladies, it's not throwing yourself at a guy to say hi and give him a look. Who knows? He might say, wow, he might come over and talk to you. What's that? It's easier for black women to find us than for us white men to find you. I think that's true. I think it's harder for us as white men to connect. I believe if a black woman just, shows interest, she's going to hook a white guy. I mean, look, you're the most educated group on earth. You're black women, you're the most beautiful, the most loving, nurturing, the most spiritual. Look, once you touch a man's heart, he's done. Black women, once you do that, you got him. I'm serious. Was it HBCUs? Most are full of non-blacks. Really? I didn't know that. I know there's been white people that actually went to HBCUs. I knew one guy that did, and I was like, wow, that must have been an experience. But baseball games are good, yes. Most educating wisdom. Hi, Indiana Mom. Baseball games, soccer game, music festivals. Ladies, you'd be surprised how many white men and non-black men love you. I'm telling you, it's wide open right now. We don't look. This is 2023, almost 2024. Ladies, you can have whatever you want. It's just whether you're going to take it or not. Just saying. And if you're a white man or a non-black man, look at what's going on with this being the prize BS. You know, look at what's going on, how black women are treated. If you show her you're a good man, she might be interested in you. I'm just saying, you like black women? You know, but make sure your heart's right. Anyway, let me drop the link again. Young lady, if you want to come back, you can. I don't know if she just decided to drop off or StreamYard's kicked her off. I don't know. StreamYard's been acting weird. Sometimes, guys, if you ever come up on the panel and you get knocked off, just hit the link again. I don't ever just kick people off unless they're being rude and stupid. Ladies, go to what's that? Combake white dudes for. Hey, they're out there. Look, the biggest group of men in America is white men. Ladies, if you want one, you can have one. Black women, you're only 7% of the population. Once you open up your options, you're the minority. Hey, Indiana Mom. Okay. Yeah, I see you. Let me put the link down. Anybody else want to come up and talk about this? Any questions you got on me? But ladies, I want to help you find that guy. But you got to be where he's at. And to the men, if you want to be with a black woman, you got to take your shot. You got to. And I would say approach a black woman, be forward, but be loving and respectful. Okay? Once you get to know her, treat her like a lady. Make her feel like she's the prize. Love her. You know? Oh, there we go. Hello.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I don't know
I'm
if you
so
dropped
sorry about
off.
that. My app died.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, I didn't know if you jumped off or got kicked off, or sometimes StreamYards, you'll fall off. It's happened to me, and sometimes it happens on the show. So if it ever happens and you want to come up, just hit the link again.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
I do have a question. You said something like other men are more interested in us than we are. Do you have any statistical proof of that?
I don't have the numbers right now, but I know they've done studies and they've always found out that white men are always more open to dating black women. And I don't know if it could be an outlier because a lot of black women, I've noticed that, and maybe I'm wrong, but I've been told that they're pro-black and they'll uplift black men in a group, but alone they're more open to open up their options. Now, I've been told that, but look, I'm not a black woman, so I can't say if that's true or not. I believe it is for a number of black women. Um, and I think it's just black women and white men, we've been told that, to stay away from each other in the past. And we've been told that we don't like each other. I remember when I was dating, I remember, and this is back in the 80s. That shows how old I am. And I remember I wanted to date black girls as a teenager. And I thought they were amazing. And I remember I had my so-called friends say, why even mess with them? They're not going to like you. You're going to look stupid. They're not into you, guy. Why even waste your time? Okay. But when I got the courage to actually do it, I did get rejection. But along the way, there were black women that actually loved me, loved being around me. Actually, hey, they gave me a chance. It was a surprise to me. I expected total rejection. But I found out it's not that way. I found out there's black women that only date white men, and to me that was like, all right, I'm all in for that. but but I didn't believe it till I actually seen it. And even experiencing love from a black woman, still have that insecurity back in the day, like, oh, they really don't like me. That was just one that, and we got that mindset. And a lot of black women have that. They say, well, there ain't no black or white men approaching me or non-black men approaching. Where are they at? And I ask, where are you at? Are you where they're at? Do they know you're there? Do are you in a group doing an activity somewhere? Are you dressed? Do you catch their eye? Sometimes a smile goes a long way. And I say friendship groups are the best thing because you get to know people. And I'm telling you, if you're in a group and there's white men around, there's going to be a couple of them that are interested in you. I'm just saying. And, believe it or not, I would say most white men would date black women. They just don't think they have a chance. And some might not have the courage. They might say, oh, well, what's my mom going thinking, Dad? Well, you don't want them anyway. Yeah. They're the weak ones. They don't have the courage to step out of the comfort zone. But they're out there. And I tell people that. I've had women say, you know what? I opened up my options. I didn't think. And they're dating all kinds, things are working out good. I've seen, and at work, I have white men approach me. And they know my wife's black, but they're interested and they ask me how to approach a black woman. What do you do? And I say, you know what? I'm not an expert. Just talk to her. I'm not a dating guru.
It would be really helpful if there were those studies, if you can find them, and another time you make a video, you can post them, because in all honesty, I don't see a lot of couples like that, and it's hard for many of us women to think that would happen, because if we don't usually see it, I don't know how we're gonna initiate things. You know what I mean? I think most people are traditional too. Women don't really approach men like that, so it's kind of hard.
Yeah, I could research some numbers on that. But
not to give you homework or anything.
But you know what? I have researched numbers on marriage. And did you know black women, white men are the strongest marriages in America? Did you know there's more than a 50% less chance of a divorce than two black people when a black woman marries a white man? Did you know when a white man marries a black woman that they're 44% less likely to get a divorce than two white people? Did you know that white men that marry black women statistically have more wealth than when they marry white women? Let that sink in.
I think it's more about the initiation. Like if I can see like a study, like Kate D in your comment section, she put some studies in there, then I can like
Mhm.
get more of a encouragement because it's like we're generally not the standard in terms of beauty, and so it's like it's hard. You know what I mean? Like
You're sounding
how
kind.
do you know?
You're sounding kind of muffled. I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry. Can you hear me better?
Yeah, it's just kind of muffled a little bit. But I mean, you can look at numbers on Pew Research. They do married stats. The U.S. Census has numbers. But the dating studies, I'll look that up. You know, when
Thank you so much,
they
and thank
start.
you for having me on your show.
Oh yeah, you're welcome anytime.
All right,
Yeah,
bye.
thanks for coming on. Oh yeah, thank you so much. Betterman of Black Women, how's it going?
Oh, good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um.
like I did a community post on this topic, and I
Mhm.
think men's behavior nowadays is just so backwards because why would you think that you're the prize when you should be looking at the woman like she is a treasure, like something that you want to hold on to for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
And,
exactly, right?
and he never in that interview he never acknowledged her at all. He never said one good thing about Simone, that she's a good athletic person, she's a beautiful person, she has a beautiful spirit. He never said anything good about this woman. He just made it about him
Yeah.
and make it seem like she's lucky to have him. And I'm just like, dude, if like I said this before, like she's gonna make him a star
Yeah.
or get his name well known because of her name.
Right.
But for right now, he is known as Simone Biles' husband. They don't
Yes.
call her Simone Biles what Owens. They call him Simone Biles' husband. So he's
Yes.
not uh, really well known. He just joined the NFL not too long ago, and he's not really known for anything but other than playing for the Packers.
Yeah.
He hasn't. He's not known for making a record of touchdowns. He hasn't won any awards. Nothing. I don't even think I remember him even going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, and you're right. Her accomplishments are so much more than his, hands down. He's just
Yeah.
he's a player. I
Hmm.
don't even know how he is. Is he any good? I don't know. I the only
I
reason I
never seen
know,
him play.
yeah. Well, I seen him play a couple times, but I only know that because of her.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
but you're right. That was so disturbing. Why didn't he come out and say, "Oh my God, she's the love of my life. You know, she's so beautiful, and I just love being around her, and we do this together, do that, and man, the way she smiles, it just, I mean, something rather than, oh well, I didn't know who she was, and she hit me up, and she drove miles to come see me." Eh, You just made it look like you're not really interested. And the only reason you were is because you seen she had a big following, but yet you make her look thirsty, like she's just chasing you down. Like, I mean, come on. I don't think it was like that. And even if it was, that's your wife now. Now,
It's the same thing with Kelce when he's dating Taylor
oh
Swift.
yeah, Travis Kelce, yeah,
No,
he's a dusty dude too. I
he
mean, he's a great
nobody
player,
knew
but
who he was until until he was with Taylor Swift, and all of a sudden you see him in different commercials and
yeah,
stuff like that. Like nobody knew who Travis Kelce was until he got with Taylor Swift.
Well, Travis Kelce's one of the best tight ends. He's actually, but yeah, I think he's with Taylor Swift because of the popularity thing.
Yeah.
You know, the what you call it, for the publicity. I think those, now maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's about publicity. It's about, promoting each other. Um, the other woman he was with, she was much more beautiful. She was
Mm-hmm.
much more loyal. I mean, she
Yeah.
loved Travis. You could tell. I mean, she stayed with him, even though he was not even giving her money and like doing that 50-50 crap. But
Mm-hmm.
they're millionaires. It's like, it's the dumbest thing. It's almost like uh Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union, doing
Mm-hmm.
50-50. He's a freaking billionaire and he's
Yeah.
making her put up money. I mean, that is, look, I'm no
Yeah.
millionaire, but my wife don't pay for nothing. I mean,
Yeah.
and the money she makes, I don't even care what she does with it. But these guys
Right.
are billionaires and they can't provide. I don't know. It's it's
I think
mind
it's
boggling.
all like it like these guys, they really don't respect. It depends on the woman and her tolerance.
Yeah,
Because if a woman respects herself, she would not allow to pay 50-50 with the man.
right.
You know what I mean? So basically, if you allow it, the man is not going to respect you. Um, he's just not going to respect you
Mhm.
in any way. But I did see a comment for Indiana Mom saying um, that Jonathan Owens is a bench warmer.
Well, maybe he
So
is. I don't know enough about him, how good he is. I just I
he when I Wikipedia him
mhm.
or looked him up on his bio, he really doesn't have much of a record.
Yeah, and I think, well, listening to him talk a little bit, he said he was red shirted in college, but he said he tore his ACL or something, so he was injured. Um,
Hmm.
sound like he struggled with an injury a little bit, but he did. Look, becoming a professional football player is an accomplishment. Most people will never get that. Even if you only make the practice squad, you're a great athlete. Okay.
Hmm.
And I don't take that away from them. I mean, just being on the team's an accomplishment itself. But compared to Simone Biles, I mean, she's the greatest
Hmm.
gymnast ever. Like, you can't compete with that. She's on top, and,
Yeah,
you're not on top as a safety in the league. You're just another safety. Um,
yeah,
maybe he's pretty good. I don't know. I don't follow him like that. I'm not a Green Bay fan anyway, so I really don't care. But I just
hey,
but
hey, I'm
the
not
thing
either.
but the thing of it is I just don't like how he presented his wife. I don't like that he said that and said he was surprised and acted like it was no big deal. I mean that
Yeah.
was disturbing. He should have said, "Oh my God, she's beautiful," and wow,
Hmm.
she messaged me back. You know what? And he didn't he didn't explain how much he loved her. He didn't talk about how they have fun. He didn't talk about. I just don't expect that from people that are
Hmm.
married. I expect the man to really love his wife and just you
Yeah,
know talk about how much she's a blessing, how beautiful she is, how amazing. I just didn't get that, and that to me is disturbing. And as a
yeah,
man, I I love my wife too much to worry about being the prize. I'm not competing with her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just seems weird. Men competing with women in a relationship. Like, what are you doing?
It is weird. It's very weird because you like, why would a man even want to compete with a woman? Like the like what's wrong with competing for a man? Because if let me tell you something, if these guys compete for a man over a woman, he 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 would lose instantly. He would
Yeah.
lose because number one, he does not show affection.
Mm-hmm.
He can't show that he can provide, protect, and do any of that. So his only option is to compete with a woman. And it's like, you might. It's like at this point you might as well become a trans woman.
Trans.
Let's come out and be a trans woman at this point because you're showing us that you can't compete with men. You can't build. You're showing that you're very weak and you don't have the courage to actually go out there and become something and make a difference. And
Yeah.
it's a lot of hard work being a man. I don't know what it's like to be a man because I grew up being from a girl to a woman.
Yeah.
But just looking from a man's perspective, it doesn't look easy.
Well, how can I say that? Easy. Well, I mean, life has its struggles, but really it's not that hard if you really think in relationships. And if you love somebody and they love you, the relationship ain't that hard. Yeah, you're going to have your problems because we're all human, but you love each other more than your problems.
Yeah.
And I've learned that if you're in a relationship with a woman and you just love her and you connect with her emotionally,
Yeah.
that goes a long ways. And if you show her love and respect and you give her a little praise, it goes a long ways.
Right.
It's and I figured that out. And a man's job is to provide and protect. It's simplistic, but yeah, it's tough. You got to work at it. Of course, you got to provide income. You got to
Yeah, and
have a
that's what they
job.
don't want to. They don't want to work for the woman. They
Yeah,
want the woman to work for him.
yeah. A lot of
Yeah.
them are like that. That's why they want to be the prize, because when they're the prize, you're competing for them and you're showing what you bring to the table. Therefore, they can pay a light bill or two or not or whatever. I mean, um, and then when you're the prize, look, us as men are supposed to compete for women.
Yeah.
That's a natural thing. It's not, and it disturbs me when I see, these lives talking about, well, black women, you need to start competing for a good black man. And I remember Crimson Cure was saying that garbage.
Yeah.
Like telling black women to compete if you want a good man. No, the men need to compete for a good woman, a good wife.
Yeah.
It's backward.
Yeah, it's so backwards. And these guys, you know, they feel like, because you gotta understand, like when guys don't want to compete, they're antisocial. They don't
Yeah.
know how to approach the woman. They don't know how to start a conversation, and that's a big problem. They're antisocial. So the order for them to, even like talk to a woman, if the woman does the approaching, and that's so backwards. Like, men really need to be more socialized.
Yeah.
They need to go out and interact with other people, because when you're antisocial, it, you become very insecure in yourself, and it becomes a problem in your life where you feel that you're not good enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
when they are with a woman, such like Jonathan Owens with Simone Biles, and they're in that relationship where the woman is making most of the money, the guy becomes jealous because he's not on the same level as her.
Yeah.
And I hate to say this to you ladies, but guys like that are very dangerous. They're very dangerous because they feel like, you know, they have to be in competition in a woman, or they cannot live up to the expectation of women, and they become very jealous.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, that could be very dangerous. A jealous man. And
Hmm.
I was listening to one guy was saying, he said, you know what? He said it's dangerous because football life does not last long. It really don't.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, and let's say he gets an injury. He's already was injured in college. Let's say he gets injured in the pros. Let's say his career takes a turn for the worst. Let's say he gets injured, he gets cut, he's no longer playing.
Hmm.
Okay, and he can't get healthy enough to come back.
Yeah. Hmm.
Is he managing his money and preparing for a rainy day like that? Because football don't last forever.
No, it
And,
won't.
and the thing of it is what if it goes bad? He's not bringing in any money. They're living off
Hmm.
her income. And
Hmm.
what if he starts feeling like, you know, not like a man, and he gets jealous and mad at her? He might lash out at her. He might actually, I'm not saying he's going to do this stuff, but
Hmm.
there are a lot of jealous men that turn out to be violent when things don't go
Hmm.
right. Um,
Yeah, and it doesn't end well either,
mm,
because they're afraid that the woman's gonna look at them and say that, oh my god, like this guy ain't what I thought he was gonna be. And women should have the right to leave, because
yeah,
you haven't shown that you can be a better man. Like, I had to give it up to Michael Jordan, because he knew his time in the NBA was
hmm,
uh was going to be up,
yeah,
because they were drafting in new and younger basketball players. So what he did, he invented his own company, Jordan. Um,
mm.
um, the shoe. I don't know if you ever wear Jordans before.
I know
Have you
what
ever-
Jordans are. Yeah, I don't want. I
Yeah,
don't wear
I
them,
wore Jordans before. I
but
haven't worn them since then. But he became a billionaire over not just Jordans alone, but probably other stocks. He became a billionaire.
yeah, he did. He was smart with his money.
Yeah, but
Um,
when you hear about these other football players, they either are in jail, or they just don't make anything out of their lives. But I don't know if you hear of a recent news of this college basketball player that murdered like a prostitute, him and his girlfriend in Las Vegas.
oh no, I haven't heard that.
Yeah, him and
I
his girlfriend. There's something that did not go right, because I guess the woman was asking for more money or something like that,
hmm
for her services, and I guess they decided to just off her or something, and
Wow.
yeah, and now both of them are in jail. Him and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and like some of these football players, you heard it before, they ended up either beating their spouse or killing them.
Yeah.
That does happen, and we got to be careful with that. It doesn't matter how popular they are; they can still end up being a horrible person. It doesn't matter how much money they make.
Right. Yeah. I mean, money don't make character. I mean, you
Hmm.
find out that there are some football players that become instant millionaires, still deal with gang violence and do the same
Hmm.
crap they were doing back on the street. I mean,
Yeah.
mu- yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, there was way back, I forget the guy's name, but he played for the Carolina Panthers, I think, and he unalived his girlfriend because she was pregnant. And
I I thought he unalived his. There's another guy that played for the Carolina Panthers. He unalived his girlfriend or something. Who and this was back in the '90s. He offed her.
yeah, I think because she was pregnant and he didn't want her to have the baby or something.
No, I think she already had the baby.
Oh, she already had it. Okay.
Yeah, she already had the baby,
Ray
and
Caruth. Yeah, that's who it is. Ray Caruth. Yeah.
yeah.
Um. I don't remember if she was pregnant or had the baby, but he, I guess, didn't want to be tied down to her.
Hmm.
And I thought about that. Okay, so you're going to pay her child support. Come on, you still could
I
have a
guess
successful
because she
career.
broke up with him, and
Oh,
he didn't take that lightly, so he and another friend wanted to offer. I guess he
oh,
hired a friend or something, and you know, I gotta go back and read the story. It was so long ago.
yeah. It's crazy, and how they think they're going to get away with something like that. I mean, it blows my mind. I mean, the disregard for human life is just disgusting.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but
Uh,
yeah.
Rose Rose said that she was pregnant. The baby survived severe CP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's gonna have that for the rest of his life because
Mm,
the dad was trying to kill her.
yeah,
I think he shot her multiple times or something.
yeah, yeah. I don't know the full story, but I know it was awful, and yeah, he took her
Mhm.
life because of that.
Yeah, but before she her life ended, I guess she was able to put him out as the suspect before she even
Oh
passed
yeah.
away.
Oh, so
Hmm.
she was able to. Well, that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but at the end of the, it's still it us as ladies, like we always say that to vet men, but how like my question is that how will you really know if the man is full of BS? You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like the only way he's gonna show his true colors if you guys are in a relationship.
yeah.
Because some guys
Eh,
want to trap you in a relationship, especially in marriages that you probably know that he's gonna be abusive.
yeah, I heard one woman say one time. She said she was talking to black women. She said, "You know what? Don't just vet, but have standards." Because
Yeah.
and her point was you can vet somebody and they do all the right things, say the right
Hmm.
things, and you get in that relationship and then you start seeing the red flags later on.
Yeah.
Because the honeymoon phase is always great. And I
Hmm.
think with Simone Biles and her husband, they're in the honeymoon stage. She's in love
Hmm.
with him, and well, he likes her, I guess. I don't know. The way he
Hmm.
talked about her is like, I don't know. I just I I can't I want to say that he loves her too, but I can't with confidence say that. Just the way he talked about her. I
Yeah.
mean, and maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's just immaturity and him you know, trying to be the man or whatever. I hope it's that. I hope you don't really believe that.
Oh, I think he does. Like when
I think.
when you have men that have low self-esteem,
Mm-hmm.
they want to try to bring the woman down, and I think that's what he was trying to do in that interview, bring Simone Biles down, so she can so she won't have all the accomplishments that she has right now.
Yeah.
He wants her to be on his level. Happy
Yeah.
holiday, Cyber.
Yeah. Happy
But
holiday. Are you asking for my email, Cyber? She said, "What's Roadrunner?" I don't.
your name is
Oh,
it
what's
based off of the cartoon, the Looney Tunes cartoon?
it's well, no, it's based on a Roadrunner. The
The
reason I
Looney
have,
Tunes, right, with the coyote.
yeah, there's a Roadrunner, but see, the reason I picked the Roadrunner is because where I live, that's our state bird. Our state bird is the Roadrunner. Okay.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yeah,
You say
yeah,
you live in Texas, right?
no, I live in New Mexico.
Oh, New Mexico. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's our state bird, and you'll see them out in the desert running around. The reason I picked the Roadrunner is because it represents where I live. Okay, it's my state bird. Also, the Roadrunner mates with one female his whole life. Roadrunners will mate, and they're different than other animals. They'll mate with each other their whole life. They'll live together till one of them dies. I mean, that's what they do. They don't. They're not like other animals go and heat and procreate. No, they stay with each other. The male roadrunner helps the female build the nest and all that stuff. And that represents my marriage with me and my wife. We're loyal to each other our whole life. I've only been married once to my wife. She's only been married once. Our children are both our children. We don't have children from other people. So we're loyal to each other. That represents that.
She said, do they still exist?
Roadrunners, yeah, they're all over.
Because I haven't seen. Isn't there road runners in Arizona? I mean, not Arizona.
Yeah. There's roadrunners in Arizona. There's roadrunners in Texas.
There isn't one. There's some in Australia.
Oh no, I think that's pretty much a North American bird. They're usually in the around the desert Southwest part of the country. Yeah. Yeah, they're all over the Southwest. I see them all the time. They're a unique bird. They can fly, but they mostly stay on their feet. The only time they really fly is to get away from predators. Yeah, they're a unique bird. They stay on their feet. They and like I said, yeah, that's right. Indiana, Arizona, Texas, New Mexico, Nevada, California. Those are the states they're in,
Yeah, I live in California, and I haven't seen one yet.
Well, if you go out in the desert and stuff, you probably see some.
Yeah, I have to go out into Jacksonville or somewhere.
Yeah, they'll be in the desert. You're not going to see them run around in LA.
No.
I guess you could. It's possible.
Like that. I'll be surprised if I do.
that'd be like seeing a deer run through there. I guess.
We seen coyotes. So.
Oh yeah, coyotes are everywhere. Look, it don't matter if you're up north, down south, east, west. They're everywhere.
Yeah, we pretty much burned down their homes.
Yeah, coyotes are pretty resilient. They can live anywhere, any type of climate, environment. They're just, yeah. Coyotes really, they breed up fast. But wolves are different. Wolves, the alpha male and female are the ones that
Mhm.
breed, that procreate. It's weird.
Yes.
It's like selective breeding with them. That's
Mhm.
why the numbers aren't as big. Coyotes, they're just like, well, like a wild dog, pretty much. They go in the heat and they
Mhm.
just have babies, yeah.
Mhm.
But anyway, but that's why I picked the Roadrunner, because it's a loyal bird. It stays with its mate forever. And if one dies, they might procreate with another, they might not. They're pretty loyal.
Uh-huh.
And that represents my marriage. And then I put 89. That was the year I think of my life started. The best years. That's when life got good. After high school, and yeah, it was a memorable time.
You think
And then
for
what's that?
Simone Biles, she's pretty supportive of her husband, as she should, but I think, in my opinion, she should correct him.
Yeah, and yeah, behind closed doors, and tell him, hey, look, you pretty much made me, you're making me look bad saying that.
Yeah.
Because when you look at what she said,
Uh-huh.
she gave him love and respect. She says, you know what? They're going to call
Mhm.
me his wife, or
Mhm.
I'm going to be, well, okay, I'm getting twisted. What he was saying is
Yeah.
they're going to refer to her as his wife rather
Yeah.
than him being her husband, which showed love and it showed respect. But he
Yeah.
wouldn't. But I didn't see that coming from him, in my opinion. I just like, you know.
Mhm.
But
Yeah. Hi, Indiana Mom.
Hi, how are
hey,
you?
how's it going?
Good.
It's really good, thank you. I hope everybody had a amazing holiday over the last
Oh
couple
yeah,
days.
I did. I took a break from YouTube, and that's probably the best thing I did. I was just like,
Yeah,
oh man, it felt good to just be with family. I love
absolutely.
look, I love doing YouTube. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes you need a break. Um, and having the grandkids home, and so I was just like, yeah,
Oh,
I was
oh,
have some
Mhm.
family time.
we drove like the 12 hours to get
Mhm.
back to Indiana. Um, we we left on Friday, and it took about 12 hours. But we went home just to be with the kids and the babies, and have a good Christmas. And it was a blast. It was so much fun. And
Oh,
we're
nice.
leaving to go back to North Carolina
Oh,
in the
okay.
morning, because we don't like being cold.
I don't
And
blame you.
yeah, and even though um, I spoke with my in-laws that live in the same town that we live in Carolina, and they were like, "Oh, it's like 57 degrees here." And I was like, "I hate you. Why would you say that to me?" Because it was like 37, and I was like, "Do you not love me? What is wrong with you people?" And but as far as like y'all were having like the little discussion real quick about wolves. Um, we actually have wolf hybrid. Uh, I guess you would call them dogs. Uh, They're not really dogs because they don't really behave like dogs at all. Um, but we have wolf hybrids, and um, the ones that are super loyal, honestly, are the males.
Oh, okay.
Once the male finds a mate, he is for life, forever. The females, it's a little bit different. As long as the male is able to lead and protect the pack and help hunt and provide food and shelter and everything, she's good. But once that male starts slacking off, she's on the lookout for somebody new, and she will replace him quickly.
Maybe some women need to do that with some of these dudes. Replace them. All right.
I think we humans could learn a lot from like the wolf pack. I think we could learn a lot because human women, as a collective, human women really put up with a lot of BS that we don't need
too
to.
much of it.
We really do.
Yeah.
I think we should take after the female wolf.
Yes,
if
ma'am.
the guy is not doing what he's supposed to do and do his duties as a man, then it's time for us to look somewhere else.
Yes, ma'am.
For a man that is willing to do what a man usually does.
And I mean, I've been with Tree for almost 30 years. But yes, I've done like 98% of the cooking and the cleaning and the raising the babies and all that stuff. Okay. But the paying all the bills and buying properties and building the house and yeah, all the money stuff, he has done that 100%. 100% since the day we literally started dating.
Yeah, what do you think about the Simone Biles thing? Do you think? I mean,
what I think about it is that I think I'm a little bit biased because I am a cheer coach, a dance instructor, and I've also coached gymnastics. So I already knew who she was.
Yeah, right.
I've literally studied her to be better able as a coach to say, okay, this is what we need to do on bars. This is what we need to do on beam to help our students pick up these moves better, because I've watched her and I've actually looked at her on videos and listened to her do her videos and say, this is what I did to learn how to do this and that. I already knew who she was, but the simple fact
but
is
I'm talking about
I don't watch football. I have no idea who this dude is.
I know that. No, I'm just saying that about the podcast and what he said, and
it was terrible.
I mean, I can't find nothing positive. I mean,
it was horrible.
I mean, he did say, well, it did, we hit it off. I guess that's the positive there.
That's the only.
I mean, he married her, I guess, but I just think when you're talking about your wife, I don't know.
If you ask Tree, how did you meet your wife? How did you meet her? He will straight up say she walked into the classroom for biology our freshman year of college, and the minute she walked in the room, I was like, "Holy crap!" That's her.
Yeah, right. He's going to uplift you. He's going show love for you. Yeah.
But I mean, even 30 years later, he will still tell it the same way.
Yeah, right.
And I had no clue.
Yeah, right. But I'm just saying, you expect that for a man to talk about his wife. But when you heard this podcast, and I know there's different opinions. Some people are okay with him being the prize and this and that. She says she's okay with it.
He's not a prize.
Well,
not at all.
He says
5 million? 5 million net worth? That's not a prize.
That is net worth?
Yeah, 5 million. And she's at like 16 million. And she's about to go broke because she's paying for everything, including trying to build their new house.
Yeah, I think it's time to end that marriage. It's time to get moment.
No.
Are you talking about Simone Biles? Are you still talking about her?
I did not put one single penny
are you talking
into
about
our
Simone
house.
Biles?
No, she's talking about Simone Biles.
Yeah.
She's not talking about you, Indiana Mom.
No. I didn't think she was. No, not at all.
No.
But I mean, I didn't put one penny into building our house and buying our land and starting our family business. He did all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But some men don't know how to be men. And I think with Simone Biles, as her upbringing, she had a lot of low self-esteem growing up because people would make fun of her, saying that she's not good looking, and she had a lot of low self-esteem. She grew up with a lot of low self-esteem because she felt like she had no worth, that she had to prove herself.
I think I'm not really sure, but I heard that either her mother lost custody or her mother passed away, and the siblings were all kind of split up. And
no, the mom didn't pass away. She lost custody.
Okay, I wasn't sure, but I think I remember that her grandparents legally adopted her, but but she did not have like a positive Black woman to guide her and to be that mentor that she needed growing up. And that's part of the reason why I believe she had that low self-esteem.
I'm thinking that, because they lived in an all-white neighborhood.
Yes.
And when you live in a neighborhood that's not fully Black, and you I'm trying to get my point across. And you don't build the self-esteem up for your child to go through the challenges that you're going to go through, then their self-esteem is going to plummet.
I have to disagree because
they're not the standard of living in that community.
But I grew up in the suburbs, and I wasn't around Black people outside of like my family. But my mom put my older sister and I into dance classes and music classes, and we had roller skating. We had slumber parties. We were cheerleaders. I mean, she immersed us into the community that we were in, and
but
we didn't suffer for it at all. I think personally,
But
not
here's the
growing
thing:
up.
you're not every black person. Here's
No,
the
I didn't.
thing.
No, I
But
didn't mean that. But I
yeah,
mean, just because I wasn't around the black community doesn't mean that I missed out on anything. I think my sister and I actually were better off growing up the way we did.
but here's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm saying is based off what happened to Simone Biles, because she was still made fun of while living in the white community. They told her that she looked like a man because she was built, she was athletic, and they made fun of her. Simone was in cheerleading, but they still made fun of her. And
okay, so maybe it was like the actual community difference for her, or it could have been a not cultural, but like a timeline difference, because for me it was the 80s, so it may have been very different for her. And
she grew up in the the early 2000s.
Yeah, I wish she would have been able to be a teenager in the 80s like me. Oh my god.
But you have to understand. Go ahead.
No, I think it's just different experiences.
It is. It is.
But anyway, looking at all this, and the reason I wanted to show this is the situation with Simone Biles and her husband. This isn't uncommon.
You're right. It isn't.
The man trying to be the prize. And I don't know what that is. I can't figure that out. Is it a black community thing where the man's got to be the prize type deal?
I think it's cuddling, to say the most. It is.
I have to agree.
Yeah. I guess growing up, I've heard that the boys are coddled where the girls aren't. For the most
I agree
part.
with her.
And is that where that prize comes in? Like, hey, it's weird because the way I grew up, I would, if a woman says she's the prize, I say, okay, you are. Yeah, you're the princess. It's not in me to say, whoa, wait a minute, Sandy, I'm the prize. Look, you're the one that approached. Now, they didn't happen that way, but that would be silly to me.
Well, Britt, honestly, you and Tree literally think exactly the same. And I had to explain this to him, that the black community is the opposite of everything.
Yeah,
so
I think
so.
I figured that out.
Yeah,
like
so
it is. I know that sounds bad, but it is.
The breadwinners, the people that put everything on the table, the people that put a roof over the family's head, that do literally everything, is the woman. And the men really aren't around. They're not.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
If they are, they're sitting around playing video games, and they work their 40 hours a week and expect 50-50. That's how it is.
Parents. That's what she's saying.
Well,
that's how it is.
Yeah.
You know what I can't figure out, and this blows my mind. You remember when Tyler Perry talked about, paying the light bill? If he does that, I didn't hear no black men saying, look, Tyler Perry, who are you to say that's all we can do? I expected some kind of backlash. Like, what the hell?
Why?
No, I just, if somebody tells me, look, just pay the light bill, I would be offended. It's like
But they're not offended. That's what they really believe. They agree with it. They think that's right.
These guys don't have no shame, okay? If they don't see a problem with going 50-50 with the woman,
Girl, thank you, sis.
they're not going to say anything, okay? But a real man that's hearing what Tyler Perry has to say will be offended, because that, like, I am not like going to subject my woman to pay 50-50 or pay 75% of the bills. Like, I'm not a man if I do that. But
yeah,
in their minds, because a lot of black women, the backlash came from black women, because we're like, hell no, we've been there before, and we're not trying to go back to that era. We're not, because we've seen our moms struggle, paying the light bill and doing everything by ourselves. We're not trying to do that. So
yeah, no, I get the women, but I just, where were the men on this? Like, wait a minute, we can do more than this. This is, but you know what? It plays into that. Oh well, at least he's trying. He loves you.
But there's no shame.
Yeah, it's like
no
I look. I couldn't see myself being with a woman and just paying the light bill and her carrying the whole load. I just wouldn't feel right. It just wouldn't. I don't know.
You know what's really.
And you know what? I think about this, and I'm like, if all this is true, why don't black women just open up their options now in droves?
Look
Why
at
is
Joe.
Because
Joe said, I'm sorry, Indiana. He says,
go ahead, honey.
Your mother struggled because they were single mothers. Nobody told them to be single mothers. But who's making them single mothers? The guys, right? So why ain't the guys taking accountability for making these women single mothers? Why don't they marry them?
Because they're not held up to be accountable. Nobody is holding them accountable. Everybody is just like, oh, it is what it is.
And not only that, if these guys married these single mothers, we won't have the high rate of single mothers that we have now. Guys have to take accountability as well for getting these women pregnant.
The problem,
go ahead.
Honestly, the problem is that
let me address this. I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
He says because they are bums, these women knew they were bums. Okay, so I see where you're going. It's like it's the woman's fault altogether. You should have chose better.
Always the black woman's fault.
You knew they were bums, so you were stupid to pick them. And it's like, what about the guy that was a bum? Is he at fault at all?
Well, I mean, but when you get down to it, when younger black women, especially Gen Z, I'm so proud of those young ladies. I'm so proud of them. When the younger women are like, okay, I see where this is going. I see patterns here. And they are like, yeah, we're not going to do this. Then black men are pissed off because the younger black women, and it's Gen Z, it's millennials, and finally it's Gen X. I'm Gen X, okay? But it's Gen X, and it's millennials, and it's Gen Z, and these women are like, oh, yeah, we keep hearing, choose better, choose better, choose better. Well, now they're choosing better. They're choosing better.
But here's the thing, though. Like, well, you don't know how these women became single mothers. The dad could have been in the children's lives, but he chose to walk out and never return to the family. The husband could have passed away. You know, there's different reasons why women become single mothers. They don't become single mothers just because the father got them pregnant and dipped. That's not the only way that they become single mothers. There's other reasons why women become single mothers.
But I mean, when the guys are like, choose better, it's there's like a secret code. It's not so much choose better, it's choose me. Choose me. I'll be good to you.
How about this? How about open up your options and choose better?
Thank you.
How about that? Will that work?
Thank you. And that's exactly what Black women are doing, of all ages, all generations. They're choosing different. Okay, that's what I mean. When for so long, black men have been saying, choose better. Oh, you a baby mom? Oh, your baby dad treats you like crap? Choose better. They meant choose me instead. And now Black women are starting to grow some freaking brains and go, oh,
I gotta challenge this. Curly Joe, don't cry about child support. You knew when she was the gold digger. No, Black men aren't angry. The rate of Black men who marry out is 30% and growing. No, that's a bunch of BS. Only 30% of Black men are married total.
It doesn't even matter how many of them marry out. It doesn't matter.
That's a lie. And then white men marrying Black women went from 0.5. No, it's actually growing. I don't know where you get your stats. And look, there are millions more white men than Black women. So our numbers are always going to be low. If every Black woman married a white man, our marriage rates would only be 28%.
And our marriage lasts longer than
Thank you.
women
But regardless,
and Black men.
Yes, but regardless, it doesn't matter. Who cares? Who cares?
No,
let
I just like how they
Becky
throw their
and
stats.
Maria, let Becky and Maria and Ling Ling, let them have these dudes. Bye. Bye.
Yeah, because they're getting the end of the stick. Like they ain't treating them any better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Why? Yeah. Dude, they keep throwing this in our faces.
But they don't
and being like, oh, Black women this, Black women
that. You know what?
We don't care anymore. We don't care anymore. We don't care. Goodbye.
We need to have another show on divestment. I'm for divestment. Look, hey, Joe Blow, what do you think about divestment? Are you for it? I am. I think Black women need to open up their options, divest.
Joe Blow, he's changing accounts. He's a troll.
Yeah.
Look at the current records. White men married Asian women went down. And when?
Yeah.
Joe Blow can't get laid. That's the problem. Joe Blow can't get laid.
It's
whatever.
More Black women than men, but 9% are overweight.
We don't care.
He's like, where are you getting your stats from, dude?
He's making them up as he goes.
Yeah.
Joe Blow, dude, nobody cares. You can't get laid.
Well,
your little Willie is just like soft and whatever. You can't get laid. Goodbye, Joe Blow. Have a nice day.
Like look at what he went from Curly Joe to Blow Joe. Like
ew, the curly
Yo Joe.
Stuff? Oh my God.
To Curly Joe all the way to Joe Blow. Like, dude, you are a troll.
No, the curly stuff. Oh my God. My sister, back when the internet first started in like the late 90s, my sister accidentally found a corn site, and it was a black guy's crotch in it. And
Okay.
the hair was up. Ew!
Okay.
No.
I don't want to talk about porn tonight.
No.
I don't know how we're drifting into that.
Yeah,
but-
because
okay,
yeah.
Yo,
But
Joe, Curly Joe, Joe Blow, Fat Joe. You
Hi,
can
Joe.
you can change your accounts all you want, but your opinion doesn't matter in this space. You
It
can
really
say
doesn't.
90% of there is no stats on 90% of Black women are overweight. If anything, Black women are losing weight. Black women are losing weight. So check the stats
Right
on that.
on.
Mm-hmm.
Right on, sis.
Hey.
Black women are getting in shape and looking good.
Yep.
Okay.
But yeah, like because I know there's moderators that can block these trolls.
Yeah, we can. I'm just like, oh well, I could block this stuff, but it's like
It's funny.
it's
Yeah.
funny. It's just like whatever. I mean the fake stats, whatever. I mean
Mm-hmm.
Black women, white men marriages are increasing every year. In
It
fact,
sure is.
Black women, white men are marrying more than black men and white women right now. And
Yeah.
that hasn't been true forever. Now it's shifting the other way. But these guys live in a fantasy. They want to be, oh, we're the most desired, so everybody wants us. Okay, whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Maybe if you treated women better, they'd want you more. Maybe if you treated women better, you're mad at divestment, but that's what's really causing it. You know, Black women want to be safe. They want to be in a better situation. So,
and we have a right to that. We have a
Yes.
right to
you do. And you know what? The truth is the truth. And look, I mean, we try to pretend that all men are great and wonderful, but really,
but they're not.
Don't address Joe Bozo. that's
Joe,
a new account. He's gonna come up next. Joe Bozo.
Yeah, he's probably all happy. Hey, they said my name. They acknowledge me.
Oh yeah, he's getting like excited like a little child in a candy store.
He's
like,
oh yeah, he's an incel that is only here to get attention and to argue with Black women. That's his whole purpose.
It was like me and Rerunning were saying earlier. They're in their feminine energy. They want to be women. They can't compete with men when it comes to getting women because they're antisocial and they don't know how to talk to women. So
they are all about sucking up the energy.
They put themselves in the feminine position.
Like vampires. They're energy vampires.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, somebody posted my my link. There's somebody trying to come up. I know way back.
You think it's another mod?
Another mod?
You think it's a mod that did that?
Yeah, I don't know if somebody wanted to come up. I don't know.
Hey,
it's up there. If a troll comes up, I'll just play around with you and make fun of you. But if somebody wants to come up, they can.
If it's a mod, welcome. But if not, game on.
They're too afraid. They ain't going to pop up.
Dude. Tree looked at me earlier today and he was like, babe, you woke up and chose violence this morning, didn't you? And I was like,
Shows
Okay.
violence.
Yes. He was like, you woke up and you decided you were going to be a complete and total bitch today. And I was
Oh
like,
no.
yep, yep, yep. And he was like, okay, well, I'm just going to go and hang out with the horses. And I'm like, yeah, that'd be a good idea. Go hang out with the horses.
Hey, Betterman of Black Woman, when do you want to do this collab? You say Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday if it works out for you. What time?
Yeah,
Oh.
it'll probably be in the evening because I'm gonna do a New Year's show later on.
Oh yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I
timing
did
for you?
not know this was Betterment of Black Women. I love you.
Oh,
Oh my God. Oh
yeah.
my God.
Oh, Indiana mom, I know who you are.
Oh my God. I did
Yeah,
not
I
know that was you.
Yeah, I know who you are.
Oh,
But-
girl, I follow you. Don't
Oh, you
play with
do?
me. Yes, ma'am.
Hey, and you know what? Hey, everybody. Hey, follow Betterman of Black Woman. She's got a good
Yes.
channel. She's awesome. Yeah, we'll do a show together. We'll do that. You want to do it on your channel?
It doesn't matter. It could be your channel, it could be my channel. Which one's easier for you? You want to take a break from your channel and come hang out with me?
Yeah, we'll hang out with you. Yeah, we'll go.
Because
We'll go to
I
your
still
channel.
want to do the Tyrone you know the
Vanilla
vanilla
Thuggin'?
thug. Yeah, the
Yeah.
vanilla
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll do the Vanilla Thuggin' show. Yeah. I
Oh
hey,
my
maybe.
God, this is like meeting Beyonce.
Oh
Oh
really?
my God.
I'm not on her status.
You're so
the
oh my
the
God, you're
Beyonce
so
of
awesome.
YouTube.
But yeah, what time in the evening? Like 6 or wait a minute.
Yeah, we can whatever works for you. I'm off that day, so
Yeah, because it's a New Year's Day, right?
yeah,
You know what?
It's New Year's Eve.
I was like doing like a fireworks show. I usually don't do that, but I was thinking about ringing in the New Year's on my channel. So yeah, and we could do that. We can talk about Vanilla Thug or have different topics we can talk about.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll send you the link. I'm gonna what day is it today? Is it Tuesday? Yesterday was
Yeah.
Christmas. So
Yeah.
I'm going to start making the live stream. Oh my God. I think I should start making it now because I'm going to forget because I'm so busy. Yeah, I'm going to make the live stream today before I go to bed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
What time did you want to do it? Or
6 p.m. You live in Arizona. Are you 2 hours ahead
New
of me?
Mexico.
Oh, New Mexico.
I'm an hour ahead of you because you're Pacific time.
Yeah.
So it'd be 7:00 my time.
Okay. I'll make it
Yeah.
6. Yeah, so I don't know what you and your wife had planned for the new year.
Yeah, we're going I'm going to do a show that night, New Year's Eve later on, ring in the new year, and I have a giveaway, a bag giveaway I want to give away.
Do you want to do it on my channel or how you want to do that?
Well, I got to do the New Year's on mine, but I could be on yours that night too.
Okay.
I
just don't want you to, be in conflict between your time and my time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let's do this. So we can start my live at 6 p.m. and then we can head over to your live at what time?
After we're done, or I don't know, maybe a little later, because I just want to hit New Year's on the Eastern time, which will be I'll probably start 11. There would be.
You know what? Why don't you do a
Okay.
poll on your community tab and have your subscribers pick what time you should start your New Year's live?
I'm Eastern.
Yeah. I just
basically Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, North Carolina, all of us, we're all Eastern. A good time for us would be.
Because I know you guys are. You probably 3 hours ahead.
We're way ahead of you.
Yeah, you guys are.
Yeah, it would be 7 p.m. for us, but for Brent, that would be like 10 p.m.
I live in California.
Or
so
no, wait.
Hours,
No, I have that backwards.
Yeah.
It would be 7 p.m. for us, but for him, it would be more like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Or
Well, I want to make sure my subscribers, like, I don't want to ruin anybody's New Year.
Yeah.
And if I go live and they're like, "Oh man, he went live," so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start early.
Okay.
So here's what I'm going to do. I can start at 2 p.m.
Oh,
and
that's plenty of time. That'll work.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna try to find me some white. I'm gonna try the really vanilla thug. I'm gonna try to get in the spirit. It's gonna be hard. I'm gonna have to go to the university and brush up on my Ebonics language course.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's hard. I don't
Stop it.
I never spoke it, so yeah.
You put your link? Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to say somebody asked for your link. Yeah,
Yes.
there's your link. Go over there, guys. Watch your videos. Like and subscribe. Show her some love. She's got good material.
Yes.
And we're going. And I've been wanting to do a show with you, Betterman of Black Women, but I've been so busy and it's been crazy. But
it's good. It's good because I've been busy too. I almost forgot about you.
Yeah,
it happens because it's when we was planning this, is going into the holiday season. And that was just a bad time. So I think since Christmas is over, everything's coming down, kind of. And we're ringing in the New Year. So I think, it's a little bit better.
Yeah, it is.
But I have to say, everybody, please subscribe to Betterment of Black Women because she is amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you, Indiana Mom.
You're welcome.
And I need mods on my channel because my original mod.
Oh my goodness! I would love. I'm on your channel. I already subscribed, and if you make me a mod,
Yeah, I need mods because I have a feeling that I'm gonna have trouble. I have a feeling, and that feeling never goes away when you go live.
Yes, ma'am. I don't deal with trolls. I don't do it.
Yeah, because I have a certain someone that loves to make videos about me because they get pissed off. And I don't mention them. I don't, acknowledge them. But for some reason, they get the itch. The internet itch.
Okay.
So they had to, make a video about me. So let it be.
Well, the next time you go live, I will be there, and you can make me a mod, and we will handle the situation.
Yeah, because he be scratching his ass because
girl,
his ass be
itching. We're not dealing with that. We're not dealing with that.
Yeah,
no.
He been twitching every time I go live or every time I speak.
Oh, okay. Well, he can scratch his own booty.
What?
No. No, we're not doing that.
Yeah, we're not.
No, we're not.
Yeah. So
okay, so I will be there.
Yes, please, because I need mods.
Girl.
Okay.
Yeah, my channel's growing and I'm getting a bigger audience, so I might be getting new trolls. So
And anyone that follows me to your channel, if they're mods here, and I know they're reliable, I will recommend other mods for you.
Oh, thank you.
Yes,
Hey,
yes, ma'am.
Just subscribe. There you go.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
And Brent, I have I'm gonna send a link to you in Indiana.
Okay.
You know, since you guys
thank you.
For Sunday. Yeah, hey, should I make a grill? I gotta, maybe I'll have a spinner on it.
A spinner. That is so old school.
Well, hey, I'm old school. I gotta put a
that
spinner
is so
on
old school. Those spinners. Oh my God. Please don't come here with grills.
Well,
Like,
it's
don't come in as Paul Wall.
hey, when you vanilla thug, you gotta go all out. You can't.
But think about this. Paul Wall's married to a black woman and they still married to this day. He's married to a black woman. Paul Wall.
Okay, Betterment. I left my email in the back chat for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Brent, you already know it. Yeah.
Oh,
because Brent's my dude.
Yeah. So, yeah.
No, we'll have fun.
Rick, can you do me a favor? Can you send this link to through people's emails that you know? Can you send it to them? Yeah. So I will email you, Miss Indiana Mom, because I love your stories and
Yes, ma'am.
you
Thank
talk about
you.
your family a lot, and it's really inspiring. Like, you know what I mean?
Let me screenshot it so I don't forget.
Yeah.
Stop it.
I don't want to send this link out in public. I don't want the,
Yeah, no, I got you. So
yeah.
you want
Betterment of Black Women. I'm not like the mammy or the pick me.
No,
or
I know
whatever
who you are.
That needs to be changed or whatever. I mean, I've been where I am for many, many decades, and I've heard mostly from black men saying, well, you're already married to a white dude. Why are you here? And my answer to that is I know what we deserve. I know that happiness is possible for us. I know that if we date out and marry out, that it's successful. I know this because my grandmother encouraged me and my sister and 3 of my female cousins. All 5 of us married out.
Oh, really?
We are still married. We and it was all in the mid-90s. Okay, we are all still married. We have our kids. Our kids are in college. Our kids are growing up. We're having grandbabies, and life is beautiful for us. It's amazing. And I want other black women to know that they can have the same life that I have.
And that's beautiful. That is very beautiful. Because I want my nieces to have the same You know, because they're gonna be black women growing up, and I want to make sure that they get the most out of life. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
I love my nieces.
Yes.
Love them.
Absolutely. But
Mhm.
as a collective, black women, other men do love us.
Mhm.
They think we're beautiful. They think we're beautiful. They think we're funny. They think we're intelligent. They love how much we give of ourselves.
Right.
They love our compassion. They love everything about us. And the only reason that
Mhm.
some of us are discouraged is because they believe the BS about white guys don't like you. Da, 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 da. You know,
Yeah.
and I mean, if you think about it, think about it. I remember because I have 9 brothers, okay? I remember hearing my own brothers telling the girls that they were interested in.
Mm-hmm.
I remember hearing them say, white guys aren't going to like you, Mexican guys aren't going to like you, on and on and on and on. But then at the same time, at the football games and at the basketball games, when a white guy was like, oh, Keisha's really pretty, my same brothers were like, oh, no, she difficult. She ain't gonna like you. And so it was almost, I swear, growing up, I saw them playing black women and white men against each other. I saw it with my own eyes.
You know what? Oh my God. You know what? I've seen that too. Um, growing up, there's always been black men that say, no, I don't leave black women alone. Just stay with white women because they're trouble. They're this and that. And it always blew my mind. I'm like, why are you tearing down black women and telling me to stay away? And it wasn't like, hey, stay away from that. It was, no, you shouldn't mess with them. It's like,
Because
hey,
they don't
I'm
want
trying to, yeah.
because they don't want to see us being treated better by men
Mm.
of other races, because if they see us in our happiness, more black women will want that, and it's going to force them to change, and they don't want to change, so they're going
It has
to.
you know what? I don't think it has anything to do with change.
Uh-huh.
Honestly,
Go ahead.
if like okay, take me and my sister and my 3 cousins, right? We all married out, right?
Right.
Okay. With our households, all 5 of us, if one of my brothers, one of my male cousins was like, oh, my Becky kicked me out the house. I can't. I gotta move out of her apartment because it's in her name and blah blah blah. And I work at McDonald's and blah blah blah. And I can't get a place of my own. Can I sleep on your couch for a couple months? Okay, me. Wait a minute. My house, my sister's house, and my 3 cousins' house that are all non-black men would all say, no. What? Why can't he take care of himself? Why
Hey,
can't he? find work and take care of himself. Why does he need to move into our house and sleep on our couch? So
Right.
like I said, I have 9 brothers. 9 brothers. Now, they're out of the 9, 3 of them are military guys. So they're pretty cool. But the other 6 are pieces of shit. I love them. They're my brothers, but they're pieces of shit. And they're fucking idiots. Okay? But if one of those 6 would ever call me and say, "Can I sleep on your couch?" My husband would say, nope. No. Not happening. No. And that's part of the problem. That's why they're mad, because a lot of Black women are like, you know what? Either I'm going to marry out or I'm going to be single. But marrying out and being single means that their brothers, their cousins have nobody to go to. It's a cutoff. And the mammies, the mammies are pissed. The mammies are not happy at all, because they have their sons living in their basement and in the spare bedroom, and they do not want Black women to cut them off, because they're going to be stuck with their sons forever. What? What?
Is that like a...
Tell me I'm wrong.
I can't. I don't know. Is there something going on where... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't ask that.
It's called the Age of Aquarius.
Well, okay. Is it like passing of the son to make him a boyfriend to some woman to get him out of the house?
Yes. Yes. Some of these mammies know their sons are worthless, but they still want a Black woman to step up.
Well, they can open up their options, though, these guys, because according to Joe Blow, 30% of Black men are marrying out. Which...
Okay, well, they can continue to do that. That'd be great.
And I'll help them out. Look, I'm going to start. Look,
but the problem is that with Black women, we are kind of iconic. I don't want to sound like I'm bragging, but when we decide to do braids, everybody else does. When we do certain dances, everybody else does. It's like everything we do, other women follow us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they do.
So if Black women walk away from Black men, they're going to lose Becky. They're going to lose Maria. They're going to lose Ling Ling. They're going to lose all of them. Because the minute the Black woman is like, yeah, no, we're done, all the other women will follow our lead. Because that's what they've always done. The only reason women in general have been like, oh, I love a Black man, is because Black women have spent centuries going, I got to have me a chocolate man. So as soon as we walk away, everybody else is going to walk away.
Betterman of Black Woman jumped off. All right. I guess it's time to get ready to end this. I got to get up at 4. Yeah. Hey, Betterman of Black Woman, did you hop off or get kicked off? I didn't kick you off. I mean, the link's up there if you want to come back on. I'm about to close this though here soon. I got to get up at 4 in the morning. I enjoyed this live. I'm sorry it was cut short. I guess because of the video, YouTube shut it down for a minute. But I might have to edit that out. I thought it was okay because other people were using it, but I don't know. Who knows? But I love the discussion tonight. You know, it was awesome.
It was.
And yeah. Indiana Mom, thanks for coming up.
Thank you.
And, Betterment of Black Woman, thank you so much, young lady. And we'll do that show Sunday. That's going to be a blast.
Oh my God, that's going to be awesome.
And guys, once I get the info, I'll put it on my community page, what time to go over there. And then later on that evening, I'm going to have a New Year's show. And I'm going to give away the bag. The contest is still out there. You know, just email me the questions. Okay, let me do something for you. Okay, you guys have always been here for me. You know, let me show my love and appreciation to you.
Yes.
You know, and you know, it's something I love to do. You know, because you know, you guys are awesome. Without you, I don't even have a channel. And without you, I'd be talking to myself in the dark. No, I wouldn't do that. But that's all I could do. That'd be weird. But seriously, I do appreciate you guys, each and every one of you. I don't take you for granted. You know, you're a blessing to me. You really are. And you know, I enjoyed this discussion tonight. And look, I support divestment. I do. I know people hate me to say that, and they've been telling me ever since I started YouTube. Oh, don't be around. You could swirl, but leave the divestors alone. Don't talk to them. Like there's, why not? They're looking at what's better for them, you know. And I support it. And like I said, does everybody need to do it? I'd say no. Your heart's got to be right. Just like opening up your options, you got to be all in. Okay, if you got to get out of that comfort zone.
Absolutely.
And if you don't have the courage to do it, well, stay where you're at. I'm serious. But if you're in love, and hey, Black women are amazing, and us non-Black men are realizing that. I knew it long ago. I mean, but I'm seeing more and more people open up their options. That's a beautiful thing. You know, these jokers will come out with their fake stats like it's less and less. No, it's more and more. But you know, and our marriages are lasting the longest. We're still in the lead. Something is amazing there. It shows Black women's love. It shows Black women's character, you know. And like I said, once you feel the love of a Black woman, you're done. Your heart belongs to her at that point, and you're not coming back, and you're not going to want to. I'm just saying. And I'm being honest. But anyway.
Well, I'm gonna say to you, Brent.
Mm-hmm.
You are an amazing man and an amazing friend. And Miss Sandy is so, so lucky to have you as her husband, as her lifelong partner. She knows how lucky she is. She does. But we are all lucky to have you as a friend.
Oh man.
Thank you.
Wow. Thank you for the compliment. That's humbling. Look, you say Sandy's lucky. No, I'm the lucky one. I got the better end of that deal.
And this is exactly why Sandy is lucky, because you just flipped the script and turned it around and said, "Oh no, I'm lucky to have her."
I am. I mean,
but that's why she's lucky. That's why.
I appreciate that. I thank you for your kind words. I do. I really appreciate that. I do. And I'm lucky to have you as a friend and everybody on this platform. You guys are my friends. I love you guys. I mean, this YouTube thing has been a blessing the whole time. Have there been ups and downs? Yeah, of course.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
But overall, look, it's been awesome. I can't.
Are you looking at like the chat? Dude, look at the chat.
Mm-hmm.
We love you.
Yes.
You are our brother. You're our family. You're an amazing man. You're a good husband. You are like the epitome of what Black women need to look for in a future husband. You are. It's you.
Wow. Well, I appreciate that. Wow, that's. Well, I might just say I tried. Thanks for the kind words. That's awesome. I'm not all that great, but thank you.
Oh, but I bet Sandy would say you're great.
Oh yeah, she loves me.
Of course she would.
Yeah.
You remind me a lot of Tree. You and Tree, you and my husband are a lot alike. The way you talk about Sandy is the same way that Tree talks about me. And yeah, there's no words.
Wow. Well, we're linked. We're family, so yeah. But I appreciate that, and I know you got a good husband, good family, and you're amazing. You're awesome. And I thank you for coming on tonight. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and close. I love you guys. Indiana Mom, thank you so much. Betterman of Black. Yeah, thank you. Betterman of Black Woman. Hey, big love to you. We'll have that show. It'll be a blast. I'm looking forward to it. I got to go to the costume shop and put some stuff together. But anyway, but
well, good night, Brent. Good night, everyone. I hope everyone has lots of hugs and kisses and cuddles. I I just want everyone to be happy, especially Black women, because we deserve it.
Yeah.
We deserve it.
You do. You do.
Okay. Good
All
night.
right. Have a good night. I'll talk to you soon. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming on tonight. Thanks for being part of this show. Like I said, without you, this don't exist. And I thank you for the kind words. It's humbling. It's like, wow. I'm blessed. I got an awesome wife. I mean, I asked God to bless me, with a Black woman, and he did. And man, my wife has been more of a blessing than I ever thought she would be. And she's just everything to me. She's and what I say is true. And and I just want to say this before I close. I made the analogy, and it hit me hard, and it really hit it it hits my heart. It really does. It touches my heart. Me and my wife were in the store, and I was getting a suit. I picked out a suit, and it was getting tailored. And my wife walked back there with me, and the guy was going to tailor it, and she just like took over. She says, "Yeah, put a little here, take a little there." And my wife's good with clothes. She knows how to tailor a suit. And the guy just looked at her and said, "Wow, okay, here you go. You want a job?" I mean, it was funny. But as she was taking that suit and marking it, she was tailoring that suit. And I thought about that. That's exactly what she did with my life. Ever since I married her, she's taken me and made me better. And this is one thing I see in Black women. The love they have for the men they're with is, if she loves you and you open up your heart to her, she'll tailor your life like a fine suit. She'll make you so much better than you thought you could be. And that's what my wife did to me. And I'm grateful. I'm blessed because of it. And I'm at awe. I've never had nobody love me like my wife loves me. And I thank God for her every day. I don't deserve the wife I have. If you were to ask, she's much better than I am. But I thank God she's there in my life. I thank God for her. And she is proof that there is a God and he loves me. And I want other people to experience love like I have. I think there's a treasure in our country where we live. I think there's, I see Black women, and I see the beautiful blessing that they are. I see the hard work they go through. I see them out in college, universities, getting their degree. I see them in the corporate world. I see them in the churches. But anyway, guys, I love you guys. Thank you so much. I need to go to bed, or I'll start getting delusional and start talking in circles. But I love you guys. Thank you for being part of this platform. I enjoyed the show. I said this video, I'm probably going to have to do some editing. But I'll get it in there. I want this to stay up. But anyway, guys, I love you guys. Have a good night. God bless you and your families. And I hope you had a great Christmas. And I hope you have a happy New Year. Sunday, I will be doing a New Year's show. Okay. Earlier, I'll get with Betterman of Black Women, and we'll do a show together. It'll be fun. It'll be a blast. But we'll do that. And guys, if you have any ideas you want me to talk about, just email me. Let me know. Okay. My email's on my community page at the bottom. So if you need to reach me, and don't forget to put the questions, okay, for the bag. If you're interested, I got some goodies in a bag I'm going to give away. And, but I can only have one winner. But anyway, we'll have a good night that night. But I'll see you guys soon. Have a good night. God bless.